The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 201, being recorded on April the 28th, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks Lot. Today, I'm joined by the crew from the West Coast to Best Coast. My friend Henley Merrill Gunny Chief is back.
What's up? It's good to be back. It was a great, still on vacation, but it's good to be here, guys.
Yeah, and from Canada land, Canada. The great land of maple syrup. Ryan Gibson, Gib 8777 is back. Welcome, Gib.
What's going on, everybody? Another episode of Horrible Gamers. Let's do this.
That's right. And people, if you want to real quick, head on over to Twitter. Follow us on @_Horrible Gamers. Follow us on Facebook. We have a page. We also have a group. If you find the page, there's a link in there for the group. Join it. It's a close group. So that means anything you post in there stays in the group. It doesn't get shown to people outside of the group. Also, you can always email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com. Hit that subscribe button on iTunes or wherever you're listening on. Thumbs up on Stitcher. 5-star reviews, please, on iTunes if you can. And real quick, head on over to patreon.com/horriblegamers like Jonathan Hall did, Alan Maybe, Joshua Wolf, Bill Garner II, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, and Clint Thiel. Thank you guys for being Patreon supporters. You can also be a Patreon supporter just like them and get your name right on the show. Just head on over to patreon.com/horriblegamers. And our intro song is done by Fowler and Twistix. It is called Breakouts. You can find that on the iTunes, on YouTube, on all the tunes. Just go find it. Our intro song is a remix, so it's not exactly the same, but it's the same beat and all that. And our outro song is done by Brooke for free, and it is called Night Owl. Go find those guys. They're a pretty awesome band, and I really like that outro song. I like it a lot.
Yes, good song.
I sometimes listen to it just like, I'll just pull it up and listen to it because I want to listen to it.
I have to listen to it too many times when I edit the show. I love the song, but fucking, I would never listen to it outside of that just because of that.
I listen to it all the time, and you should too, guys. Brooke for free, Night Owl. Go listen to it right now. Okay.
You just did.
Let's get into our opening discussions real quick and talk about video games. What we've been playing this week, guys. I played some games. You played some games. The listeners played some games, and they want to hear us talk about games. So let's do this. I played a game called City Skylines. We were just talking about it on the pre-show. There's a problem with that game, guys. There's a problem with that game. I get in there, and I'm like, I'll play this for 10 minutes before bed or something. Like, I'll just get in here real quick and manage my city. 4 hours later, it's 1 a.m, and I have restructured my entire city, destroyed buildings, build more bridges, and I'm trying to fix the problems in my city, and I'm like, fuck, what am I doing up still, man? Oh, it's such a fucking horrible game. I hate it sometimes, because I'm like, why the fuck do I get sucked into this shit for hours? And you're not doing much in the game. You're just sitting there managing the stuff, right? You're just lowering the taxes, raising the taxes, passing policies, looking at your grid pattern for your traffic, and like, maybe you'll change a road, or you upgrade a road, or you make it into a 4-lane road. All that stuff, it's fucking, it's just so addicting to me, dude. It is. It really is.
It's fucking boring as fuck to me.
I love the game, dude.
Let me see. I'm just looking at my Steam here. So you've played 347 hours.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I can't stop playing this game.
I can't either, Gunny. I can't.
But I was telling the guys before the show that back when I met my now wife, back in 2001, I played SimCity so much. I was playing that in Tomb Raider a lot on just a regular ass PC.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just would play that. I would play that game for hours. And I mean, that's what I'm doing now is I'll play it and I'll be like, oh my God, it's 8 hours later, on a Monday or something. Like, I need to play something else. I need to quit playing this game. Because
it's a fucking time sink. That's what it is. And I don't even know why. It just does it. It just clicks with me. And it's just like 4 hours later, I'm still sitting there looking at my screen, trying to figure out why all the dead people aren't being moved out of their houses. That's a problem I had last time I played it. I was like, there was so many dead people and not enough like hearse or whatever running around the city, so I had to increase the budgets, and it was kind of shitty. But it's going good, guys. Jesusopolis thrives. Still going. Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about real games. Like a game that I played called Detroit Become Human. I played the demo. It's out on PlayStation Network.
How is it? I didn't see any gameplay.
Okay, so the game looks really fucking good. It looks really good. It's an awesome looking game, all that stuff. And I really liked it. So, like, you're starting off, this is the demo we saw at E3. I don't think it's in the game itself. I think this was just an E3 demo, and it was also at PAX. But now it's available for everybody to download on their consoles. It's like a separate mission that I don't think will be included in the story, but it might be in there. I don't know. But anyways, the thing starts off, you're an android, you're in an elevator, and the doors open and everything's fucked up. There's blood everywhere and shit. You're like, what the hell? You walk into an apartment and there's a SWAT team in there. Like, they're like, you see all these guys with guns and big armor, and they're like, oh, the android is here, the negotiator is here. And you walk in and you start looking at things, and you can scan things and look at things. So like, you'll pick up a picture, like a picture frame, and it shows a picture of a family, like the dad, the daughter, and the mom. And you're like, right. and then like a little note will pop up that'll say like, information gathered. You found like these people's names or whatever in your database. Like, now you know the names of the victims or the people in the house. Right. And it's like, now like a little meter will pop up that says probability of good outcome or probability of getting the person to surrender, some kind of probability meter, and it'll increase like 10%, 20%, 30%, up to 100%. And then,
so the more clues you find, the higher that percentage goes up. Right?
Yeah. So I was walking through there, and then like you hear like the SWAT team saying like, this piece of shit fucking android, we need to take him out. We should just take him out. We got the snipers. Let's just do it. And like you hear the chief of police like, or the SWAT team commander like, no, we got to wait for the negotiator. Where the fuck is the negotiator at? He's all pissed off, because you're taking your time to get to him. And then you go up to him and you talk to him, and he's like, hey, oh fuck, this in an android? And you're like, yeah, I'm android number blah blah blah. I'm here to assist you in this situation. How can I help? And the guy's like, well, that fucking android out there, he has a little girl, and he's on the edge of the fucking building, and he's threatening to jump off or kill her or something. And he's like, we can't have that, Like, I thought things were programmed not to kill people. And like, you're like, well, I don't know what happened, but I'll try to figure it out. So then you like, I went. And then there's like a thing on the floor there next to the closet, and it looked like a gun case. So I scanned the gun case, and then like with the clues, once I scan the gun case, a little thing pops up that says like reenact scene or something like that. So then you go into that, and it'll reenact almost like in Batman, when you reenacted like the scenes or whatever when you found clues. It'll do that in this game. So like it show like the android walking up to the closet and pulling out the gun. And it says like at this time at 8:01 p.m. the android walked in here and pulled the gun out of here. So then I went into the living room. I see the dead body of the dad. Like he's laying on the floor. He's dead. He has bullet holes in him. And then like you scan him, and it shows that like right before 8:01 p.m., like around 7:59 p.m., he had made a new purchase on his iPad. He bought a new android, a replacement android for the one he had. So I think the android saw him make that purchase, and he was like, oh, fuck you. You're going to replace me. I'm going to kill you. So that means at 8:01, he went to go grab the gun, right? He found where the gun was. He grabbed it. And then you go into the little girl's room, and you see like there's headphones on the ground, and you put them on, and you're like, oh, she was listening to music. She was listening to music really loud. So she probably didn't hear the gunshots in the living room when her dad got shot. And the android fucking, grabbed her without her even like noticing he was going to grab her. So then you go around the house and you see like a dead cop on the floor, and it was like he was the first cop that was called, and he was the first one that arrived on the scene. The android shot him and ran outside into the balcony. So then you get out to the balcony and the android's up there. He's on the edge of the building. He's like, I'm gonna fucking blow her brains out. Who the fuck are you? And you're like, hey Daniel, like I'm here to help. I'm the negotiator. And he's like, why the fuck would they send an android? And you're like, I don't know, because they did, or whatever. And like you're trying to get him to surrender. So then like that's when all the like a lot of choices kick in, based on everything you've seen inside the house, like the news coverage, the SWAT team, the things they were saying. And pretty much what happened was once I got him, the first time I got him to surrender, like I got him to trust me. I was like, look, dude, if you surrender, I'll help you. And he was like, but they're going to deprogram me and they're going to deactivate me if I surrender. I don't want to be deactivated. I have feelings too, like these humans treat us like shit. You can't let them do that to us. And I'm like telling him like, look, dude, you won't be deactivated if you surrender. I'll make sure of that. And he's like, you promise? And you're like, yes, I promise you, I will help you. So he drops the little girl, right? He lets her go and she falls on the ground and she crawls away. And as soon as he let her go, the fucking snipers on all the other buildings just fucking blew him away. Dude, like, boom, boom, boom. They fucking shot his ass. And it's like, oh. And like, I was like, that's kind of fucked up, Like, the dude surrendered pretty much. He dropped the gun. He dropped the little girl. He put his hands up in the air and they shot him. And the reason they shot him is because the people in this world don't trust the androids or they don't like him or whatever. They're more like servants than anything. They're just there to serve. They're not there like to be anything else, right?
Right.
And but it's pretty fucked up, like because you going through the house, you see pictures, like you find a video of the little girl and the android, and she's like, oh, this is my friend Andy or whatever, or Daniel. This is my android Daniel. And he's the best android in the world. We're always going to be friends forever, and he's like, hi. And, she's like, say hi, Daniel. And he's like, hello, and they're like hanging out at a park or something. So like, obviously the little girl has grown up with this android. He's become attached to these people and now he's going to be replaced. So he doesn't want to be replaced. He feels like betrayed by his owner or whatever. Like, what the fuck? You guys are replacing me, And, yeah, pretty much after that, the demo ends. So because then as soon as it ends, it does like the thing like in Until Dawn where it shows you the choices you made to get to that point, and all the choices you could have made to go to different points. And
they all lead to the same point, though, from what I've heard. It's like you can't kill the girl. You can't like the girl always gets saved. It's just like something different happens at the end.
Yeah,
it's
kind
like,
of. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like either you fall off the building and die with him, or save the girl, or you're the solution that you went through and save the girl, and like the girl always gets saved no matter what.
And I was wondering if that's going to be the whole game or if this was just this part of the game, because this seems to be like the beginning of the game to me. It seems to me like it's the intro,
right.
because
sounds like it.
Because when I was going to the house, I saw like there was a TV screen on the fridge and there was the news. So I turned on the volume and it was like live coverage on top of this tower where an android has seemed to take hostage a human. And it's like, if this is true, this will be the first time an android has attacked a human in the history of the corporation or whatever the fuck the corporation is called that makes the androids. So I'm assuming this is like the beginning of the game where it's like androids are starting to realize like, hey, fuck the humans. We don't need them. They treat us like shit. We don't need these guys. We could do whatever we want. We have feelings. We have thoughts, So like, it was almost seemed like it was like the very beginning of the game, because based on that news coverage, so I was like, that's the first android to attack a human. That's kind of weird, Is
this just a different take on iRobot the movie?
Something like that. It almost seems like it because it is based in the future. And yeah, the second time I made horrible decisions. Like the robot asked me, he's like, do you have a gun? I was like, yes. He's like, well, put the gun down. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then he was like, fuck, and there's like, and it shows like Defiance, his meter of like some kind of fucking meter he had of like, he was getting frustrated. Like it went like all the way up or something like that. And it's like, and then he's like, tell the fucking helicopter to get away. I'm getting tired of hearing the helicopter flying around. And it's like, no, I'm not going to tell the helicopter to get away. The helicopter's going to stay right where he's at. And then it's like, And then like another thing was like, tell him the truth. It's like, look, you are malfunctioning. You're going to die. You're going to get deprogrammed as soon as we catch you. It's like you're telling him all this shit. So then like in the end, he was about to jump off the building, and the guy that I was playing as like ran towards them, and then he pushed the little girl into the building, and then you both fell off of the building. So I was like, and then it still said like at the end of that, it's like mission successful, 100% success. So I'm like wondering like, does it not matter? You just get reprogrammed. That character doesn't really die because they just fix him and give him a new robot body or something.
I would think.
You know, so like, I don't know what the game's really going to be about. Is it going to be about the robots learning to become human? Or is it going to be about humans not trusting the robots? Or what the fuck? You know, because I think there's 3 different stories to the game. Because in the end, they show a trailer. And they show the robot you played as, Daniel, like the negotiator cop robot. They showed another robot named something else that was like a servant. She looked like a maid. Like she was dressed like a maid. It showed her, and then it showed another robot like walking down the street, and he was like, my name is blah, blah, blah. And she was like, my name is blah, blah, blah. And he was like, my name is Daniel. And we are becoming human. And that's what they say at the end. So like, I wonder like how that's all going to play out. I'm really interested in the game though, man, because I'm
assuming you're going to play through all 3 characters.
Yeah,
right, and probably figure out why the dad wanted to replace the robot.
Yeah, and
story,
and all that, because I mean, it was really crazy. Because in the beginning of that whole thing, when you're walking in, the SWAT team and the police are taking the mom out of the house, right? And she's like crying. She's like, "Ah, my little girl." She's like freaking out, right? And then she looks at you and she comes up to you and she's like, please, you know, save her. And then she looks at you and gets a really good look at you. And she's like, oh, wait, you're a fucking android? And she's like, why the fuck are you sending an android in there? How dare you send an android to save my little girl? You know, she's like pissed off that they're sending a robot in to save her daughter. She's like, doesn't trust you. Like, it seems like humans don't trust robots as much. So, yeah. Detroit Become Human, guys. Play it.
That's a
I know how they
exclusive?
feel.
This is a Sony exclusive, yeah.
Sony, yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna only be able to play it on PlayStation, seems like. But yeah, so I look forward to it. I like those kinds of games. I liked Heavy Rain. I liked Until Dawn. I'll be playing Beyond Two Souls here next month because of the PS Plus games or whatever. So I'll be playing that before Detroit. But yeah, Detroit seems interesting, guys. I want it. I want it now. I want the choices. That's it.
The choices, robot.
The robots. They're coming. That's it, guys.
Android.
Besides that, I played only one more game. You guys probably know what it is, but I'll let you guys get through all your games. Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, I haven't had a lot of time to game, but I played a couple of games this week. I've been playing more Sea of Thieves. I'm still having fun with that, guys. When I jump in there, I still enjoy it.
Are you sure? Are you not just jumping in there because you're bored?
No, you know what? I played with like Mojo and Penpoint, and you know, and a couple of people, and Papa Wolfie. I've been playing with him and his crew every once in a while. So you know, I just have my crews that I seem to join, and we have a good time together. So.
Did you see that they announced they're gonna have a 6-man ship coming in?
Sweet.
Oh, they did. Cool.
Yeah. I can't wait. I didn't know. That's awesome.
A 6-man galleon type thing. I wonder if they're gonna make it like taller, add more decks to it, or like maybe they're gonna have cannons on the bottom and the top, because it's gonna be like 6. You know, it's gonna be so overpowered cannons against other. Bottom. Like, you know what I mean?
I guess you can put them on like the second deck.
Yeah, like have cannons on the second deck and cannons on the top. Because I mean, unless like unlike most big ships you see,
like missiles underneath,
torpedoes,
yeah.
Like, I wonder, like, how they're gonna balance that, because that seems so OP if I think about it compared to like a regular 4-person galleon. Even with the same style of ship, even if you add more people to it, it just seems so overpowered. 6 people against.
Yeah, because you can have fucking all four cannons going at once when you're firing at somebody.
Yeah,
right?
you have one person driving, one person changing all the cells, and then the other 4 people firing.
4 people firing.
Oh man, that's gonna be so OP.
Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait. That's gonna be so awesome.
But I'm glad they're doing it, because you do need more space in those ships for people, man. You really do.
And So yeah, I'm excited for that. Like I said, I'm still enjoying the game. I get what everyone says about it not having a lot of content and having like, yeah, okay, I get it, but I still enjoy my time when I go in there most of the time.
Yeah.
So I also played some more Far Cry 5. I don't know, guy. I want to finish it, but I just can't. Like, I'm just like, I can't do this. I needed a break, right? So I'm kind of using God of War as my break from Far Cry. And then when I want a break from God of War, I go back to Far Cry again. So been playing those two on and off all week, pretty much.
Are you, what's, why do you say that? I mean, like, what's wrong with the game? What are you, like, are you hitting, like, it's just too similar?
What's wrong with God of War?
With Far Cry.
With Far Cry. It's just getting boring, man. I'm doing the same shit over and over again. I get into a fucking vehicle. I drive down a street. I got to stop because someone starts fucking shooting at me. I stop and I fucking kill everybody. Or I stop and I fucking get killed by someone randomly because I'm getting out of my car in an animation and they shot the shit out of me. You know what I mean? Like, just stupid shit happens all the time. But I mean, then again, there's times where like fucking crazy ass amazing shit happens. Like, I sniped a fucking pilot when he was fucking coming around to do a bombing run on me. And as he was turning around, I'm like, fuck this, sniper rifle, and I picked him right out of the fucking cockpit.
Nice.
And the plane just crashed right in front of me. I was like, fucking yeah.
They always do, right? They crash right at your feet or on top of your head.
So like, you still have fun in there, but I'm getting really bored with the missions and just doing another outpost. Or the only thing I'm really enjoying is going to the prepper stashes because those are usually pretty fun.
Yeah, those are the best part of that game, I think, is the prepper stashes because they all seem to have like a different puzzle type thing to figure them out.
Yeah, some sort of puzzle to figure out.
Yeah,
and I like that. That's it. It's fun. Makes you think, right?
I like liberating outposts.
And then the only other game that I played today, and I know, Gunny, you played this last night as well, is the Defiance 2050 demo or beta.
2050?
Closed beta, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is it called 2050? Tell me why.
Because it's the year 2050?
But was the last game, wasn't that in the year 2050?
No.
It is.
It is. It did.
Yeah. Because it's the same game.
Was it? But the last game called Defiance 2050? I think it was just called Defiance.
No, it was just called Defiance. Actually, no. I think it did have a
Defiance, the game.
Somewhere. Oh no. Yeah, it's up there. No, it was just Defiance.
Yeah. See. So why add the 2050?
When it first came out, it was like $20 or $30, and then eventually it became free to play on both PC and consoles.
Well, it was
this is gonna be free to play as well, from what I've heard.
Okay.
So they're just doing tests, and it's a little bit rough at times, but for the most part, it's ran really smooth. I played with Mojo earlier today, and we got together and started doing some missions. He's way further in the game, and it's funny because it looks so good that when I loaded the game up, I was like, this is a brand new fucking story. I was like, I think this is brand new. And then when I started playing with the Mojo was like, no, remember this, it happens again. It's the same game, it's just remastered. But it looks a lot nicer and it runs really smooth.
Free to play, huh?
I think it will be. I think it's going to be. I don't think they make that mistake again. You know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna fall for it this time.
Yeah.
I fucking fell for it and bought the Super Deluxe Edition.
Oh, you did? I remember I bought that game because everybody was talking about it when it came out. Like there was really no hype leading up to it until it came out.
Yeah.
And then everybody wanted it. So I was like, everybody was playing it. So I was like, I'm going to go get it. So I went and bought a copy that day it came out at GameStop. They had a stack of them. And they're like, yeah, here you go. And they sold me a copy. And I remember I played quite a bit of that game, actually.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was like, it's not super great, but it was still you still had a good time, especially if you gathered up people together and
it was like the first type of MMO to get hit on consoles, right? Like that online, always online stuff and all that shit.
MMO shooter.
I never played it the first time because, well, first off, I liked the TV show. That first season was very good.
I really liked that too, man. I enjoyed the TV show. I watched all of it, like both. I think it was 2 seasons, 2 or 3. I think it was only 2.
because I got to season 2 and I was like, okay, I'm getting bored, with this second season. Like where are they going with this? It just seems very boring. But the first season was excellent. And I didn't play the game because, well, when I listened to this Xbox Live back then when Mark was talking about it, he was talking about how, yeah, it's fun for a minute. Like he said, it was a lot of running around and shooting and going up to certain things and pressing X. So I never played it. I was like,
That's
that
what it
sounds
is. That's
dumb.
what Destiny is.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what most games like that are, really, You think about it.
Just Wingman doesn't like to press X. That's what I noticed about him. He just hates pressing X.
He
That's
can't hover
I think
over
Wingman played a lot of this game originally.
Well,
too.
okay, Wingman, at least in this game, the ammo's like flying towards you, which is cool. I hope they keep that feature in this new game because I fired it up last night and I didn't really know much about it other than I just saw it downloading on my console and I'm like, hey, I'm going to play this. But yeah, and Wing joined the party last night. It's like, is this the same game? And I streamed it. And he's like, yeah, it's the same game. So it's just been, it looks like 4K HDR to me. I haven't researched that to see if that's true, but it looks like it.
Does your TV says like it's in 4K when you play it? Because most TVs have that. Like on mine, I just press the
you know what?
info
I didn't
button.
even think about that.
Yeah, your TV.
I was too busy playing and
it'll tell you
streaming.
what's it's playing. Like if it's on 1080p or 4K or whatever, it'll say.
I mean, it looks really colorful and bright. So, like, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And it gives this disclaimer in the beginning because it is a closed beta. Well, okay, it's a beta, but it says this game is not supported by Xbox, so there's going to be a lot of bugs. And I think maybe one of them was they give you this light tutorial in the beginning where it's like, okay, here's the thing to refill your ammo. I think it's always giving you ammo. I don't know.
No, you can always walk up to it and fill your ammo.
Yeah, I had to do that a couple times, and I think right in the beginning, it tells you, near the beginning, it says, all right, here's grenades. RB for grenades. I never got any grenades. Never.
You have to go and put them on. You have to, it's part of your equipment. You have to equip it.
I don't see it anywhere in there. I went to go
into your inventory. I did it earlier, Gunny, because I went through the same thing. I was like, why can't I throw a grenade? It told me I could throw grenades with right bumper. And then I went into my inventory and it was like, oh, okay, there's a little grenade thing in your inventory and you click on it and then you got to pick what grenades you want to put in there.
You're talking about the place where it shows where you equip your guns in my profile
weapons,
or my
weapons and your profile and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because the game does not tell you anything about that. Nothing. You have to figure that out. Well, I mean, I'm not looking for this handhold me tutorial.
I'm going to tell you, though, the text is fucking tiny in the menu.
It is small. I had to actually get up and walk over to the TV.
and take a look, yeah. Even I was trying to figure out, I'm like, well, how the hell do you upgrade your weapons and stuff like that? And Mojo had to explain it to me. You actually have to go in and then there's a little, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says enhance and push Y to enhance. And I never saw that because there's something on my table that just sticks up a little bit.
Yeah.
Into the TV. So I never saw that fucking from where I was sitting. And I was like, oh, I didn't even fucking notice that. But,
it's not like pressing A, right? Because I did look over. I'm like, what's the Y for? Oh, it's enhance.
Yeah.
And then
you pick up stuff when you kill people, and then you have to put the specific enhancement into your weapon. And I think you just keep putting those enhancements into your weapon, and it makes it better and better and better. Eventually.
Better stats and more stars. Yeah. I guess more stars is more of the upgrade. Yeah.
Better reload, better this, better that,
Yeah, better.
So, I mean, it's cool. I'm liking it. I'm having fun with it. I played it for fucking 4 hours this morning. So
I think I played for 2. I think with that 4K HDR, assuming, it's I don't think it looks that great. Especially the art style is very not that well done. It's just either way. I think the shooting is good. I really enjoyed the shooting a lot.
Yeah, it's all right.
Auto lock on, not auto lock, but more of that, aim assist. But that's pretty cool. And I love giving out the headshots and, using the pistol.
Love seeing the numbers fucking popping
numbers
off.
fly like you play in Borderlands, game.
Yeah, it feels a lot like a third-person Borderlands game, and I wish there was more loot. I wish they were dropping guns and shit like that, like they do in Borderlands. I think it would make the game a lot better.
Right. Instead of dropping all the parts and stuff that you can use to upgrade or sell.
Yeah.
For money. I couldn't figure out how to get the ATV. Like I saw players they were all on ATVs.
You get it eventually. There's a thing where it says, "Oh, go back to the thing and get your ATV," and then you grab it, and then you can just push up on the D-pad, and it shows up right in front of you.
So eventually, you just have to complete enough missions because
I
think I missed the story when I first started in that second act. Which I guess I'm like, okay, I guess that's the end of the tutorial. Like it doesn't tell you. And I just ran forward and I just explored the world and would eventually run into different missions. And again, you're in there with AI and mostly human players who I guess there's no friendly fire or friendly fire is on, so you can't shoot and kill anybody. But, you'll run to certain areas where, okay, protect the radio station. Okay, and then you'll go there, and eventually either players will show up, assuming you're just going to play by yourself. You're not part of any groups or anything. So that was pretty cool, having, there's 8 of us, protecting this radio station. And it's one of the characters, Defiance, and she's, trying to fix the radio, and, you just have to... That was cool.
Yeah. But did you go to any of the Arc Falls?
The ones that I went to were, they had the Borderlands spiders. Exactly like those. Pretty much
things?
look all the samples like that.
These things?
No. You put on Xbox Live today.
The more you guys talk about it, the more I remember about the game.
That's what they are. Those are those creepy crawly things that are on the ground.
Yeah.
Come after you.
Yeah.
But I went to an Arc Fall and it was friggin' crazy. There was 50 people there. We were all fighting this Arc Fall, and it was these big monsters coming out. The flying monsters were coming out. These big balls that you had to shoot the center of. There was 50 people there just hammering away at this shit, and it was crazy.
A public event, right?
Yeah, it was basically that's what the Arc Falls are public events in Destiny. It's the same thing. Everyone sees it and then goes to it, and then you get big rewards out of it. So, yeah, I mean,
the map is pretty big. I like the map because as soon as I opened up, I'm like, hell, I live here. There's Marin, Sausalito, Madeira, Mount Tamalpais. This is exactly where I live, except in the future.
In the future, when the world's ended.
40 years in the future.
I was done
40 years.
I went back to camp and did my upgrades.
30.
Got all the way back. And then I figured out, I'm like, oh, I was supposed to start here to start the story or something.
So this game, does it still have that big thing on the bridge where you go to the bridge and there's a big monster there with lasers and shit on it that you can't get past? Because that was in the beginning, in the beginning of the game when it first came out on 360. There was there was a bridge that went to another part of the map. But in the beginning of the game, before they had this huge event to kill the thing on the bridge, there was this giant robot monster thing on the bridge that would shoot you if you got close to the bridge. You couldn't cross it. It wouldn't let you cross it.
I haven't run into it.
So they've only got, it looks like they're going to have more instances, right? Ryan, because it just showed, it showed I think there was going to be an option to change instance, but it's oh, okay, well, there's only one server right now for Xbox. And then there was a second one that might have been for something else that you couldn't, I didn't even click on that.
Yeah, there was a North American server, and then I think there was a world server or something like that. I can't remember.
How many players per server? 100? 200?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. There was a lot.
1,000?
There was a lot of people, yeah. Might have been a couple hundred, actually.
Like I said, that public event was insane. That many people. There was 50 fucking people, and you see them all jumping around, shooting shit, and it was just insane, man.
Let me tell you something. What if you take 100 people, you drop them on an island in this world, and you have loot on the island. They drop in there with nothing, but then they pick up the loot, and then they have to kill each other. But then you make like some monsters come in from the edge, and like they get closer, so you got to keep moving in to the island.
The monsters are the blue circle closing in.
Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead of fighting each other, you got to fight the circle.
Oh,
shit!
Yeah. New battle royale mode. Survive the circle.
Defiance.
There we go. New mode, guys. It's gonna be the best-selling game.
That would actually be fucking cool. Instead
Best-selling
of fighting
game.
each other, you have to work together to
fight all the monsters.
To fight all the monsters that are closing in a circle.
And then, like,
but if you die,
circle,
you die. That's it.
Yeah. And
like,
the last circle will be like where the extraction point is, and you have to get on the plane or the helicopter, or whatever that comes to get you. Or whatever. You got to get there before the nuke goes off or something. It's like a bunker you have to get to.
Tryon Worlds, call us. If you're listening, call us. We got an idea.
It's a bunker that you go to.
They have their own they have their own launcher, by the way. I think I got
this, guys. Best selling game ever. Right there.
Boom. Like the new Epic.
It'll be the new Fortnite.
Every company has their own launcher, Gunny.
What's that?
Every company has their own launcher.
Not every company. I just noticed that this one had that, and it had, what is it, Tryon? No, Trove.
Tryon Worlds is a humongous company, though. They do, like, MMO, RPGs, a lot of Japanese stuff, too, I think.
Yeah, I think they had, like, 4 or 5 games I saw in the email that you can play off their server.
Any news when this game will come out? I mean, the beta's over tomorrow, so I don't know if I want to play it.
I think it comes out in June or July, I think.
Okay, I'll play it then.
Yeah, it's on PC as well.
I mean, I think that the beta is the full game. Like, everything is there. Mojo said to me, he's like, I'm past where the last beta, because he was in on the last beta. And he's like, I've already passed where the last beta ended. And he's like, it's still going. So he's like, I think the whole game's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll play it when it comes out. When all the bugs are fixed.
Yeah, there was a few bugs I ran into, for sure.
The only bugs I really ran into was one time I was walking towards a mission, and I had stopped because that's when Kathy called me, and I picked up the phone, I answered the phone, I went back, and I guess somebody had come along, gone past me, and started the mission, did everything, and then left, and then I came, and it was still like, hey, go do the things. So I went up there to go do the things, and it wouldn't let me do them because it was already done. But I wasn't there for it to say, yeah, you did these things. So I had to leave the area and then come back again. And then it registered again. So, I mean, that was a little weird glitch. But that and there's a little bit of lag sometimes. Sometimes characters kind of bounce and jump around and do weird things. Yeah, they disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like, disappear and then appear like two feet away from where they were, you know.
Yeah, I think the ones I had were like where you were supposed to rescue the third survivor. And
what are you laughing at, Jesus? Are you laughing at me hitting my mic?
The way you hit your
mic. Doing a whole Trump hand thing and
you
got all crazy.
Like, straight smack that fucking thing like, fuck you, get the fucking out of my face.
Yeah, I couldn't rescue the third survivor. There's like 12 of us just kind of standing around, jumping around. And
by the way,
there's nothing on the screen that tells you that, you know, it's just blank. Like we did it too fast or something. We rescued the two too fast.
Yeah, I found that if you just leave and then come back, especially if it's one of those missions where it's like, stay in the gold area or find the things within the gold area. If you leave that gold area and come back, they'll refix themselves. But you were right, Gunny. There is 3 seasons of Defiance.
3 what? 3 seasons?
3 seasons. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3, and you said it was 3. It is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but it's a fun game. But I think if you're like, I don't know, I wouldn't compare it to any kind of Destiny or anything. It looks nothing like it. Looks like, if anything, they tried to copy it and just did a horrible job at it. But the gameplay is fun. The shooting is fun. Be nice to see them actually clean up a lot of these missions where, you know, they'd show them on the map instead of me just kind of running by them. I'm like, there's a radio station there. Go to it. Okay. Like that wasn't on the map, or, you know, I don't know.
Well,
maybe it's just one of those MMOs where you have to learn it.
You have to talk to the people, and then the people will tell you where the missions are. So once you talk to, or you find that little glowing blue orb, You find one of those and it'll be like, here's the mission. There's some guys holding up a fucking thing over here. Go get them. And you go over there and you blow the shit out of them, and then you're done. Move on to the next one. Those are mostly side missions, right?
Yeah. But I felt like, the guns and everything, especially the pistol. I like the standard pistol they give you. That does a ton of damage. A lot of head damage.
I got some assault rifle that I've been using that's just fucking killer.
Yeah, and it's got one ability.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of what the fuck was that game called? The Division.
Yeah, it does have that one ability where it's not a perk point, but you can get perks as well, where you're just going to go LBX and you'll just be running faster, and you'll be able to shoot at the same time. It just kind of shows your ego AI.
Yeah.
Basically, it's something that...
Well, it's like a speed run, right? You hit LB and X, and you start glowing, and you run really fast.
Yeah.
So that you can move around.
Just all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it is going to be free to play, guys. That's what I'm just on the site right now. Dynamic open world environments, massive cooperative battles, stunning updated visuals, huge weapon selection, free to play. So it's going to be a free to play game.
I want to try the rocket launcher. So yeah, right now it's just assault rifles and pistols that I've tried. I know there are rocket launchers.
Yep, there's rocket launchers, there's sniper rifles,
cool,
shotguns, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So for a free-to-play game, if you're you don't have the money to buy a game or something, check this out. It's something that can occupy your time for a little while.
Yeah, we'll see about microtransactions in the future, but either that or it's fun to play.
Yeah, man. So what have you played, Gunny?
I played A Hat in Time. I finally got around to playing that game. And yeah, it reminds me of a game on the 360 so much. I can't think of what it is, but I definitely get that vibe of what is it? Not Ratchet and Clank, but like a Lego type game as well. You know, when I used to play these Lego games,
yeah,
like you get some of that as well because you're picking up different orbs and stuff. And I like how it starts off. You're in the spaceship, and the mafia comes. He's like, "I am mafia."
Yeah. I am mafia.
I am. Yeah, like I talk like Russian, but I'm mafia, and you must pay the mafia. Yeah. He like cuts a hole in your spaceship, and you're like, dude, you're playing as this young girl. She's like trying to like pull the glass back as he's like cutting a hole in the glass. Either way, you end up landing on a planet, and all your fuel gets taken out of the, out from the spaceship, and you have to go get all your fuel back, which are like these little time things, the hourglass.
Look like hourglasses, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you end up like doing a lot of, platforming and stuff, and you can get upgrades to, make you jump faster, higher, shit like that. Upgrade your, I guess by wearing different hats as well. I've only gotten like the second hat.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different hats that you can get, and they all do give you different power-ups and stuff. I think I have like 3.
Okay, the first one, that first one I got was like where you can do a dash in the air to propel you further. And man, I had a hell of a time with that, trying to get that to the second area. And excuse me, I gotta but finally I figured it out to get to the area where I needed to be. This guy's like, "Oh my god, it's an alien." And you end up getting like your, some of your fuel back, whatever you're collecting. It's just not a game for me, but it's certainly well done. There's little enemies that you can press X to kick out of the way, kick people off of ledges and stuff like that. I guess these mafia people. But it's funny that I don't think they come and attack you. There's certain ones that do and some don't.
Yeah, there's a point where you have to like stealth around them, but after that it seems like you're like all buddy with them or something. You could just walk up and talk to them.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah.
I didn't understand of how, your main goal is to get your fuel back, right? So, and then there's this, and then there's the world where you can just go around collecting items and stuff like that to, upgrade your perks and to upgrade your, get a different hat.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure, like, am I supposed to do that or just go for the main goal? Like, it all seemed optional to me.
Well, you're supposed to be going for the main goal, but you can go off and do other things if you see something that you think you can get to. Then, But it's got that Metroidvania kind of thing too, where it's like you might see something, but you can't get there yet because you don't have the upgrade that you need in order to get there. So you have to come back to it later.
Yeah, and I think you could actually, from your spaceship, you can go back to certain areas, but I think it does, obviously it wants you to collect those other items and do those other things to, get the better upgrades. Because there were some that were like out a little further. I'm like, okay, I don't have that ability to get out there, just like in a Lego game or something, where it's like I have to do all these other things first. So, yeah, it's well done, but not something I'd want to go back to.
Okay.
Like something for a younger crowd.
Yeah, it does seem like more of a kid's game, but I don't know. I'll probably go back to it as well. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the writing.
I like platformers like that, though.
Yeah, you're just bringing that time back and upgrading your spaceship.
Yeah, very much. Anything else, Gunny?
I played Cluster Truck. Was this something you downloaded, or is it part of
I think it's on Game Pass.
Game Pass, okay.
Yeah.
And I played through the first level. There's like 10 different missions in it, just to get from point A to point B. And I played through that, and my kid came in halfway, and he's like, "Oh, this game looks super cool." I'm like, "Yeah, it's super frustrating." And I got halfway through the second act, and I'm like, "Oh man, I can't freaking beat this. This is too hard. It's frustrating." So then he's like, "Oh, I want to play it," and he ended up playing it more. And last night he ended up getting to literally level 7 or something. And it was like, he's breaking out these achievements for only 8% of people complete this. It was insanely hard, difficult, but it's fun. I was even trying to play some of them to see how far I can get, even in the higher levels. But yeah, it's man, it's totally like Super Meat Boy in a way, like that insanely difficult. Maybe not as hard, I don't know. But you're just jumping from truck to truck, trying to get to the goal line. And there's lasers in certain sections. There's sci-fi levels. But yeah, it was crazy how the way you jump onto trucks, you can get these double jumps. They even have perks you can upgrade.
This sounds like that phone game. There's a phone game called what the fuck is the game called? This is very similar though, where the dude's riding a skateboard and he's jumping on top of buses and trucks and traffic, and it's like the trucks are moving and you're jumping and you get double jumps and you're collecting coins as you're jumping, and it's a phone game and pretty much some Subway Surfer or something surfer like that. Subway Surfer, I think that's what it's called. And you just jump and collect coins and you're jumping onto other trucks and traffic, and the goal is to not fall onto the bottom.
Yeah, I could see this being starting out as a phone game. Mm-hmm. And because there are, and the thing that's cool about it is once you die or whatever, because once you fall off of a truck or you don't land on a truck correctly, because they're always moving, and there's always a bunch of them, and it'll immediately start you from the beginning. There is no checkpoint. You have to start from the beginning. But then you're off to the races again. Boom, it's go again. Fail, start again. And then you're just kind of learning each move. I couldn't figure, I think my thing was landing on the vehicles, where my son was he's you with the right stick, and he's like, okay, I'm going to jump on this truck, because I think when you're jumping, it's hard to, it doesn't let you move to the right or left. You have to already be jumping that way. Because there's certain sections where you're going to jump through this loop, and the loop is moving, and you have to already be jumping to the right to land on the trucks that are way below. So there's like no fall damage or anything like that. Like you're falling from some pretty far places. And yeah, but the thing that's cool is like if you land on like the very back of a truck and you think you died or whatever, like it'll literally launch you like super far. So, and that part's pretty cool where you're like, oh man, I got like this like super high jump and I'm able to make it to these trucks that are far up ahead to get to the goal line. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. It's cool. I think me and my son will probably complete it tomorrow. I'll bet you. Well, okay, mostly him. I'll just watch.
You play anything else, Scotty?
Yeah, I played Mr. Shifty. This was recommended by Mayo on Discord. And yeah, it's there. I noticed on Xbox it's $15 and it's a 30-minute trial. And boy, that goes by pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's played this or not, but it's a totally top-down beat 'em up game, and you pretty much have this like shift where you just press A and you're just shifting to the next area. There's a game like this on Steam that's more of an indie game, but I can't remember the name of that one.
Hotline Miami?
No, but that's the game I was trying to think of. It has that to it.
Yeah.
And this one's like totally like top-down, just like Hotline Miami. Yep. And I think you have like this meter bar where you have to like, press right trigger or whatever it is to punch an enemy and they go down pretty quick, just like Hotline Miami. And then you're pressing A really quick or in succession and you only get so many of those, to get to the next area. You can get through walls, no problem. But yeah, I think I made it to, almost halfway up this like skyscraper before the demo ended. But it's pretty cool, like the thing that it does where there are some weapons you can pick up, but I think mostly it's just all fist, where you're just like shifting through walls and punching guys and then shifting back through the wall or to the next thing. There are like these like not puzzles, but areas where it's like the alarm system's on. You're talking to, one of your people like you're a spy or something. You have to get this like plutonium. You have to go find it. And like all these lasers will come out and you just have to find a way to get through the lasers. And there's ways to disable them. And yeah, it's pretty cool because some of the enemies they do have guns. And you have to come out just like in Hotline Miami where you have to come in really fast. And, you'll punch a dude 3 times, shift to the next area, to the next guy, knock him out. It has things like where you'll come up to a door. You'll press B and the door will go flying and just flatten the guy. Stuff like that. It's a cool arcade game. I totally recommend it.
Who's vacuuming?
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Not me. Yeah, check it out, Ryan. See if, I might buy it if you like it. It's a 30-minute
You got
demo.
it on Xbox?
Yeah, it's a 30-minute demo. I haven't bought it yet. Right. Yeah. It's got this idea, too,
I've
where you
heard
get
of the
this
game
fork.
before. I've heard good things about it, but it's just never been anything that I've, wanted to check out.
Yeah. I think it doesn't want to add any kind... Maybe it does later, where it's going to add guns, where you're going to get, like, the laser pointer, for pistol, assault rifle. But in the meantime, it's got, like, these... You'll run into these statues, and you just, like, you'll beat up the statue, and you'll grab this big-ass yellow fork. And you can go into a room, like, just line it up and press B or right trigger or whatever it is, and boom, boom, it'll just take them all out and stick them to the wall with that giant fork. That stuff's pretty neat. Yeah, but there's no grenades or anything. It's just shift and beat them up. But there are bigger enemies where, you'll have to hit them 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Areas where you'll turn on lasers and you'll come into an area where it's glass. Hit the glass, run back, hit the laser, and just watch them all die. Shit like that. But I think it's a lot easier than Hotline Miami. Like, I found that game to be frustratingly difficult.
Yeah, it gets super hard. Yeah.
Like, right in the beginning. Like, at least this one, you get a little more time for...
You really have to... In Hotline Miami, you really have to get your timing down and know exactly what enemies are going to come in where and when you got to hit them and what order to kill them in. Like, you really have to be strategic and plan out your route when you're playing that game. It's crazy.
Yeah. In this one, I noticed I didn't die as much, so maybe 3 times.
Yeah, a little easier. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Is that it?
Far Cry 5. I played a good amount of time in this. I probably got at least 8 hours this week.
Mm-hmm.
And, since I came back from vacation and completed that first area. I think it's John Seed. Is he in that first area at the bottom?
Yeah,
That
I
his
think
name?
so. Yeah, it's John, Faith, and Jacob, right?
Yeah. So I killed John. I liberated that first bottom area. And there's still, missions to do in that area, I noticed. I think they're part of the story.
Yeah, there's going to be all kinds of shit you can still do down there.
And there's a ton of side missions, right? Every time you'll liberate, let's say, that farm. Okay, there's one other person that still wants you to do 2 or 3 other missions.
Yeah.
And the one I found that was funny was that scientist guy. He looks like the guy from Independence Day.
Yeah.
The doctor.
The guy with the
glasses.
With the fucking
the alien. Yeah.
Everything's all fucking electrocuting.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was that was cool because I think you go through 3 or 4 missions with him. It's the one you talked about when you first got the game where I think that was part of the get the orbs from the cows or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't find that last one either. And I was like, fuck, I was hoping they'd patch this. And it's not. I did notice, Ryan, that on that crop circle, there is something glowing under that cow.
Yes, I know, right? I thought that was it forever, and I couldn't find the other one. I looked everywhere. Eventually, I found it. It's somewhere, but
are we not saying where it's at? Because can I say where I?
Well, I don't know which one you were missing. It's hard to say.
Because I ran around and I thought, okay, the first thing I did was leave the area, right? And then it'll show you an icon where the next one is. Well, the last one doesn't do that. If you leave the area, and it'll just show you the middle of the crop circle.
Yeah.
Eventually I found it. The dog was fucking running around with it in its mouth. I was like, oh, man, right? I was like, what is he doing with that? I didn't notice the dog before, but he ran down to the bottom and dropped it. I think because a bull was chasing him or something.
Oh. Yeah, the dog will just grab shit and bring it back to you sometimes.
No, and this wasn't Boomer. This was another dog.
Oh, it was just another dog.
I don't think I unlocked Boomer shortly after that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was a random ass dog, but I was ready to YouTube it, and I hate doing that. So, eventually I found it. I did some fishing the other day, and that was okay, I guess. You just, you go out to that mission to grab the white albino fish, and the fishing I found was easy. You just hold that right trigger or whatever it is, left trigger, and you go the opposite way of the fish. And catch them pretty easy. I guess it's very time consuming, I guess, to make money if you want to.
Yeah.
But I just have the standard pole. I don't know if it's worth upgrading to a better pole. If I can get bigger fish, because I know there's other areas there.
Well, I think there's certain fish that you need a better pole.
Because it shows the big
catch
or what have you.
I think. I don't know. Because there's easy, medium, hard fish areas, right?
Yeah. I think with that premium version or whatever I bought, because I think that car
it gave you
come with a helicopter, because either that or I unlocked it, because I have had no need to unlock a new helicopter.
I've had that same helicopter, and I'm not buying anything else. I think it gave you a car as well, and it's a
caravan, shit like that. I love that helicopter, because the other ones have the same skin, and they don't show any kind of details on which one's better, which one has more armor, which flies faster. So I'm good with that chopper.
They're all the same. They really don't change much.
Yeah.
They all fly the same.
It's
just some have more guns than others.
Yeah. But man, I think
that one has everything though too. It has missiles. Yeah. It has the firing gun, and it has flares, I think. You
guys, you were talking about right at the beginning when Ryan, you start talking about it, where it's I'm kind of getting bored. It's the same thing over and over. What if this game was maybe they should have made it $30, called it an arcade game, not an arcade like the multiplayer that's in the game, and shortened up those areas. I think this game would have been a lot better. $40, just make the map smaller, right? Because that's not anything that's appealing to us as far as like
give us less missions. I think that's the thing is they give you too much shit to do, and then you just end up getting burnt out on all the shit because all the missions are the same thing. It's just a little bit of a different tweak here and there, and it's like I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah,
and I'm bored with
they
it.
Tried to do that with, okay, we got the pumpkin farm. Can you go put the pieces in to the, the water things or what have you? Okay, so I had to go chase a guy down in the truck who was just driving around the farm. I found one that was up on that windmill.
Yep.
Shit, how do I get up there? Crap, I just shot it down.
Yeah, you shoot
that
it.
was easy. Yeah, I was like, there's no way to get up there, Yeah, and that was like, but it wasn't anything mind-blowing, It wasn't like, oh, man, I figured that out. Like, okay, and then you go attach the pieces. Okay, done. What's the next thing? But yeah, let's shorten that area, shorten up this map,
It's just too much repetitiveness in the game. That's what I think is the problem with it. It's just too similar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The things that were cool were like the lady was pregnant and you had to get her from point A to point B.
That was a pretty cool one where she was pregnant and you had to take her to the hospital.
Yeah. It's like, get her to the midwife. All right.
That was like random. That for me was a thing that I was just like running around the map fishing and shit and hunting. And I was like, oh, I'm by the plane area. I'm going to go get myself a plane. And as I was running over there, I was like, I'm going to go check on this house real quick because I want to see if I missed anything in there or something. Like I missed a safe or something in there. And as I walked in, like the cutscene just started. I was like, oh, whoa, what the fuck's going on? And then she's screaming. She's like, get me to a doctor. And you're like, oh, fuck. So I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool.
It was. I don't think I found that.
Hey.
Yeah, it was just like a random thing. I just walked into the house and she's screaming that she's about to go into labor, and then the dude's freaking out. And he's like, give us a ride, give us a ride. And you're like, okay, get in the truck. And then he gets into the truck with you, and then you just haul ass down the road to like this midwife in the middle of like the forest somewhere.
Yeah, stuff like that was cool. The plane, maybe I need to invert the controls on the plane because I'm like going up when I need to go down and going down up.
You're going to be fucking Jonathan where he inverts all his shit.
Oh my gosh. Like, was this automatically done or something?
See, with an airplane, it feels right inverted.
Yeah.
Because I maybe that's just me because I've flown planes before. So it's like I get that stick down. The stick goes down to go up and goes forward to go down,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I hate aiming that way, though. Like, my gun that way? Fuck no.
No way.
Fuck no.
You're right.
But an aircraft or a helicopter or whatever, it feels
that makes
right
sense. But and like regular controls, people just play like that sometimes. I'm like, you're a monster. How dare you play like this?
It's weird.
It was a little frustrating trying to chase down John, and but yeah, eventually, got him down. All right, go get the key. Go to the bunker. That was cool. That was a cool ass mission. That shit gets pretty crazy in the bunker.
Yeah.
But having fun with it. Liberated the first area. We're working on Faith's area now. But I found that guy with the lighters. And he's like, go way at the top.
Don't do that.
Right here. And find this lighter. I'm like, I remember what Jesus said. I'm gonna
don't fucking do the lighters.
Unfollow.
So
I'm gonna go to the next mission.
All he literally gives you is he opens up a bunker and there's only health and ammo in there. That's it. That's it.
And that's fucking everything, though.
You would think that because he tells you
I'm gonna solve this crazy puzzle.
No, but he tells you
great, and then it's like here's some ammo and some crafting parts.
Yeah, he tells you like I'm gonna give you something real special if you find all my lighters. And then you go find all his. I literally spent one day 4 hours flying around the map in a helicopter looking for the lighters. Because I Googled the map, where the fuck are the lighters? Because I was like, I'm not going to search for these. I just Googled it. I found a map that showed where they were at, and I flew around. And then I ended up actually buying a map that shows you where they're all at. Because you could buy a map that says like where all the lighters are. So I bought that, and I flew to all the areas, and I was like, this is so dumb. I didn't even finish it either. I just like, I got to the point where I was going to pick up the last lighter, and I was like, nah, fuck, this is going to be lame.
What a fucking waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. So I just flew around the map for like 4 hours, just collecting shit and shooting shit and hunting and killing random enemies. But that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'd never finished it. So I was like, whatever.
I'd say I think the thing I really don't like about this game, probably the biggest thing, is that plane that just wants to come and attack you.
All the time. All the fucking time.
Okay, so you have to... Literally, it's just so annoying because you'll be running out. For example, I went out to the woods. Okay, I didn't have the plane guy as I haven't had him yet as my companion.
See, you need to get him because he'll take care of the planes for you. Like,
but I always want another companion.
If you see a plane flying overhead, you call him in and he takes care of it.
Unlock
I have
the
to
perk.
go into the menu, unassign the person that I love having with me, right? Whether it's Boomer or just one of these random ass.
Yeah, but you can get a perk that has 2.
Yeah.
So you can get 2 of them later on.
I don't, because I don't have that perk. I just have it like left on the D-pad.
No, later on
you'll
be able.
Yeah. There's a perk you can unlock that is like get 2 people with you or whatever.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I'm like, oh my god, I'm in the woods. I'm running through the woods to go out to find the feral moose or whatever out there in Canada.
Feral moose. I remember that one. Yeah.
Well, the Bliss moose, right?
Yeah.
They're all fucking high as kites, and the plane just wants to come in as the moose want to mow me down, and I'm on foot. Well, I had a vehicle, but still, you have to run around and blow up the moose or whatever. And thank God for Far Cry for having its. I love crafting dynamite, and I always have like a full stack of grenades and.
I didn't really use those. I ended up using them more towards the end of the game because I just realized I could get perks for them. So that's when I started really using them. For the most part, I went through most of that game with just my gun.
That's how I take down trucks, man. I just fucking throw a grenade, boom, done. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on.
And I think the other cool thing is having those. Is it the proximity? Or whatever. I always run out of crafting parts, but those are the funnest, right? Because you'll just like throw that thing out as soon as it like gets near an enemy. It just like if you're standing too close, man, you go flying back too, and hit the ground. That shit's cool. But the other ones are like the remote detonator type. Yeah. Either way, it's like stop already with the plane. I know I can like stop what I'm doing, shoot it down, and it won't show up for another 10 minutes.
Or get good with your sniper rifle and do what I did and pick them off out of the cockpit.
Yeah.
Or by the
other
missile launcher.
plane. The guy, he's always there, right, chasing him down. But
Yeah, you could buy the rocket launcher too.
Yeah.
That'll help. Sort of. I mean, with the airplane, it's not so bad when it's coming straight at you. But yeah, I find with the helicopters, they always seem to fucking move out of the way of the missiles.
Yeah, you gotta
Depending
buy
on
the
how
thing.
close you are to it.
You gotta buy the thing that locks onto them. There's like a little upgrade you can buy that'll like let you lock onto them or whatever, and you just shoot them.
Yeah, because I feel like when I get back to whatever that first town that you go to, well, the first one that they send you to, where you have
Hope's
your little
Falls.
the church.
Yeah.
The first thing, okay, you got to go over there, get on the roof.
Falls End.
Then you got to get a fucking plane to come, right? Or you can just like keep running in and out of buildings, because you can't just stand there and go grab a cup of.
When I played that, Brink had already finished that mission, so he just got on the gun right away and shot it down like in 5 seconds. I was like, "Oh, there was a plane outside." He was like, "Yeah, I already shot it."
Yeah,
like, cool.
It'll come back every time you go anywhere, so that's annoying.
The planes are there until you finish John's region. Once you finish his region, they're pretty much gone. There are way less planes after that.
I've noticed because now I can just cruise around that area. There's very few enemies.
There'll be like one plane every once in a while, but not like they're going to be super rare. And like Ryan said, I always had the sniper chick with me, and then I would have the plane guy with me. If the plane showed up, then I would always switch him out for the bear, and then sometimes I'd have the little cougar with me, and then yeah. But most of that game, I ran it through with Grace, the sniper chick from the church. She was the partner that I used for the most of the game. She's pretty good. Like one-shot kills most of the enemies.
Yeah. Oh, I ran into the statue mission, Jesus, because I had my helicopter, and I think I was going towards the light or whatever. Well, no, I was going to go to the jail in that area, and I passed over it, and it's like that lady came on the radio. Hey, I just heard there's a lot of chaos going on, and that statue's been damaged or destroyed. That must be you? And I'm like, yeah. So then it gives you that option to start the mission. I actually went and landed my plane and just started from the bottom and just started like taking out enemies with my rifle and everything. And then because it tells you just destroy it, and it gives you the rocket launcher in different locations around it. And I guess you have to get like so many pieces that you have to destroy, and then those doors will open, and then you can climb up. But I thought, man, like, I love that because there was some parkour stuff there, and get the ladder to go to the next level, take out more enemies.
It felt like a Far Cry tower.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the fact that helicopter came 2 or 3 times, and the fact that I could have, like, probably, I'm like, oh, what if I went back to my chopper? Because it was still there where I left it. I could have went back to the chopper, just taken out the enemies that way with my rockets, taken out the chopper, because I love Just Cause 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Like I love that. Like, that would be cool if it probably was an option, but that was a really fun mission.
There's really no way to play the game. You just do whatever the fuck you want. Literally.
Yeah.
There's no right way to play it.
So
you just do whatever. Like, if you want to kill somebody, you can kill them like 20 different ways. You can send the bear to bite them. You can send the cougar. You can get him sniped out from a mile away. You can shoot him from a mile away. You can blow him up, shoot him with the rocket. Do whatever, dude, really. It's pretty much how the game is. Yeah.
When you have a game like Dead Rising, remember when they came out with Case West and the other one? Those were like these little $5, $10 games that were just such small areas, and there was so much. The area just felt like so rich. If they did that, that would be so awesome. Not saying they need to make smaller games, but give us something in between, Just Cause, or like Far Cry 6 or something. That would be sweet.
I liked it. I just felt like the story could have been better. It could have been written a little bit better. Could have been more impactful. At the end, I felt like I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just
I'll
got
keep plugging
to
away
get
at
through it.
I think my next show I'll have that next area unlocked.
Awesome. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Let's get into the actual good game of the week. God of War!
Yeah.
Woo! Man, guys, I've played so many hours of this game lately. Like, last night I played it, I started I want to say I started playing it at 4 in the afternoon, 5 or 6 maybe, something like that. And then I played it till midnight or 1 in the morning. And then this morning I woke up, I played it for another 4 hours or so. And then I've been playing it on and off throughout the week. And then right now, the game, the cool thing about this game is not a problem. The cool thing about this game is you're playing it and you reach a point where you think, okay, I won't learn anymore. This is the game, right? This is the game. This is how you fight. This is what you do. And 5 seconds later, they introduce a new mechanic, a whole new fucking thing. You could do this, and then this will happen. You're like, oh shit. That's how I solved the problem that I had before in the other area of the map where I couldn't get past this thing. Now I could do this. Now I could go back there and do it. And it's fuck yeah, it feels so good, man. Every 20 minutes or so, you're unlocking a new ability or a new move, or Atreus is becoming better at what he does. Oh, so good, Ryan. I'm having fun. I want to go and play it.
You know what, Jesus? I'm with you on this. The game is great. It's amazing, but it's not. It fucking will not hold my attention, man. I get so bored.
Really?
Were you not
a
God of War fan before?
I think recently I've been in a bit of a slump with games, and nothing's really catching me, and I feel like I'm playing so much shit, and I'm not getting to the end of anything. You know what I mean? And God of War is a fucking phenomenal game. It's great. I'm glad, I said this in a comment, I'm glad that, I think people need to support this game because they need to show the industry that these games will sell. People want these games. They're going to make you money. People just need to support it, right? As long as that support is there, then hopefully other development companies will start making these big single-player campaigns. The thing is it has to be this good. It has to be this good. this is what you need to. This is the fucking standard now. You know what I mean? Like this is
a pretty high standard too.
They're setting the fucking standard.
Right.
Where it's
Single
like,
player games
if you want to have a successful single player game, it needs to be this fucking good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, and it does. You can't make these shitty single player campaigns. You can't cop out and make shitty games and expect them to sell.
To have story.
If your game's not selling, there's a fucking problem there.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, one thing I really like about the game, like you said, is the story, the setting. The setting is just cool, man. This the Norse gods, they're all, Thor, Odin, all those fucking assholes, they're all there. And what's cool was, the point of the game is to get your wife's ashes to this mountain, right? The peak.
Yeah.
And you get there and you realize there's a bigger peak than this peak. We need to go to that one now. and then shit just gets crazier, man. It's like the game just keeps going. It's like, I was kind of sad. I didn't want to go up there. And on my way up there, I was like, this is bullshit. This cannot be the fucking game.
Can't be the end.
What the fuck is this? This is like 10 hours. And then you get there and it's like 12, like maybe you're 15 hours into the game. You get to this point and it's like, no, dude, this isn't the highest peak. You're in the wrong spot. You got to go over there. And you're like, yes, fuck yes, I'm going over there.
I got to warp to like fucking 5 different dimensions to get to the highest peak.
It's awesome. I'm glad. I don't want it to end. And then I got the rune thing down where like, you hold L1 and press a certain button to like do a certain magical thing. Like your axe will spin really fast, or you like knock people back, or you freeze people, or you do a ground pound thing and you freeze the ground and it freezes the enemies around you. So I'm getting all that down. I got the armor down now where like the leveling and all that shit. I got my head wrapped around the whole loot system of the game, and it's really interesting. It's just like Destiny where the purples are the best, the greens are like common, the whites are like skills for Atreus that you can put on him, like runes that he can equip. And I just love the settings. I love the world, man. It's just so cool being in there and the constant chattering between Atreus and Kratos and now the other character that's there.
Boy!
The other character that's there now. They're all chatting all the time.
No, I don't have another character yet.
There's all this constant talking and going on, and it's like...
Is it the witch?
Wow,
Is it the witch?
No, it's not the witch. I could tell you haven't been to a certain part of the game yet, but it's okay.
I'm in the second realm, like
the elf one.
I can't remember now. I finished. You know when you first open the different realms that you can go to?
Yeah.
I finished the one where you're going around the lake, so I'm into the one after that now.
You're in one where there's like these elves that are fighting between each other, right? Like the dark elves and the light elves.
No, I'm past that.
What the fuck then? Where are you? Are you in the second lake? There's another lake. There's a lake in the lake.
No, the one...
Have you talked to the snake?
I don't remember what the last thing I did. I don't think I've gone into that second area yet, so it might be the elves actually. But I've been fighting these weird fucking flying elf things.
Flying elf things, yeah.
I fucking hate those goddamn things.
They're assholes. Yeah, so I finished that area. I'll probably have to go back to it because there's certain things in there that I know I didn't unlock because I didn't have certain, like I said, abilities or equipment to be able to unlock. So you have to go back there somehow, some way. But yeah, now I'm like in the area after that, and there's another area after that. I'm in that area, and it's fucking cool, man. It's just the game constantly delivers on the content, and the story never lets up. And the coolest thing about this game is the no loading screens, dude. You're just... Yeah, the story it fucking keeps going. It's like it never pulls you out of like the game by saying, "Oh, like here's a loading screen. You have to wait. You have to load this new area." It's like, no, dude. The camera never cuts, and you're constantly in control of what's going on, even during like the times where you definitely can tell there's some kind of loading going on.
Well, there's cutscenes, and I think they hide the loading in those cutscenes.
They do, but I think the loading goes on as well when there's certain things in the game that are going on, but you can't really leave the area. You're kind of like stuck
it's seamless.
there. Yeah, but it's fucking cool, man. So cool. The camera never cuts. I like the little dwarf guys.
Keeps you immersed in the story,
Yeah.
right? Like that's the whole point of it. Is it doesn't take you out of it and make you go, oh yeah, that's right, I'm playing a game.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like keeps you going in the story and keeps your brain focused. And then there's no load screen to make you to break that immersion. You know?
Yeah.
So it's well done. Game. Well done, Sony Santa Monica. Fucking, you've made another great game. And I mean, you've improved on a game that's been successful for you in the past, but I feel like a lot of people were sick of.
It's a reboot. It definitely is. Yes,
it totally reboots the whole game. It's a different type of game. It's not just a hack and slash. It used to be pulled back a lot further too, right? Where
it used to be a jumpy hack and slash game. Now it's like a story fucking game, like an actual story game.
Kind of reminds me of like the old 3D Zelda games.
Yeah.
A little bit. You know what I mean? Like there's the puzzles, there's, you have, a little bit of combat. The combat's obviously different than it is in Zelda, but it has those, or even Darksiders. Darksiders, I think, kind of is a better comparison.
Dude, I'm just thinking about all the things I fought, and I'm like, holy fuck. It's so cool. It's just so fucking cool, man. Yeah. Epic fights that I've had already with giant trolls and giant things. I know you haven't fought this thing, so I'm not even going to mention when you're going to fight. When you get there, you're going to be like, holy shit! What am I fighting?
I just killed that stupid fucking... The flying guy that flies around and fucking shoots.
Is it the horn guy?
I don't know. He shoots the like 3 red balls on the ground, and then if it hits you, everything goes dark, and then fucking you have to wait for it to get light again. You see him, and I just killed him. That's where I'm at.
He's the boss for that level, I think. So you're almost done with that level. You got like
no. I am done with that level.
Yeah. So
I went back to the shop to upgrade my stuff and went to the next realm, and I think that's where I stopped.
So now you're gonna go back into the mountain and go deliver your wife's ashes to the top of the mountain. That whole sequence of going through the mountain and going to the top. There's a sequence in there where you're on like an elevator thing that goes to the top. That's so cool. You're gonna love that, dude, because there's constant fighting and shit going on. And I just love the things that Atreus tells his dad. And you can definitely like. There's a part in the game where he's like, "All you ever do is call me boy and tell me to read things for you." Yes. He's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "How dare you?" He's like, "You told me you care about me, but." All you tell me is, boy, read this. Boy, what does this mean? He's like, you never even call me by my real name. I was laughing when he said that.
It's funny that he brings that up because we're throughout the whole beginning of the game. That's what you're thinking too, right? Like, fuck Kratos, you're such a fucking asshole. All you say, boy, go do this.
And he totally brings it up. It like breaks the fourth wall for him, and there's like, dude, you don't even care about me. All you do is call me boy and tell me to read things for you, and what the hell this means. He's like, the only reason you even have me with you is because you don't know what the fuck's going on. And Kratos is like, oh,
the
fuck.
Elevator part, isn't it?
That's one of the elevators.
I think I might have done that. Yeah.
But and then there's just, I love how when you're on the little boat, because you go back to the lake, the big lake. You go back there and you're on the boat going into different areas. You can do there's a lot of side missions you can do in the game. I've been doing a few of those. Yeah. And sometimes I'll just go explore and I'll find a whole new hidden area, and it'll be like hidden area discovered. And I love the stories Kratos tells the boy like all the time. He's like, can you tell me a story? He's like, yeah, I got a story for you. And like it'll be like some short, dumb fucking story. Like he tells you the beginning of it. He tells you
one time
the
I
point
went to
of
a
it
thing and did a thing.
Yeah, and it's over. And it's like, that's not really a story, Dad. It's like, yes, it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't you tell me what a story is, boy.
I love it, dude. I just love how he talks to him. And it's just like a manly fucking dude. Like, boy, do this. Boy, don't tell me how to do it. Like, he's like, boy, don't be sorry. Be better. You know, I love how he said that in the beginning of the game. He's like, don't be sorry. Be better. I was like, yeah, you tell him.
I got to a point, and I was kind of stuck there for a few minutes because I couldn't figure it out. I figured it out eventually, but there's a shitload of those things that you break with your axe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like trying to figure out where I'm supposed to stand to break all these fucking things. And there was like 3 or 4 different lines that you had to line up. And I was like, I was there for a little bit going like, what the fuck? I can't quite get everything lined up. And he's sitting there going, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Boy, you just leave me alone. I'll figure it out.
I love that one. I love that part.
Do this yet.
Yeah.
Boy, shut up.
I'd prefer if I had some silence. He's like, I was always telling him to shut up or do something. He gets pissed off. But later on in the game, now where I'm at, every time we fight something or we encounter enemies, at the end of it, the Atreus, he's always like, how did I do that time, Dad? How did I do? And he's like, better, but you could still improve.
Oh,
he's always
Jesus,
doing
I
that.
remember where I am now. I'm pretty sure this was the last one I did, was the step into the light.
Okay.
Where you step into the light and you go on that little thing and then you come back and your kid's all pissed off at you for like the rest of the game.
Yeah, he's pissed off at you because you left him for a while and you're like,
Well,
I was
didn't
gone.
want to say that, but yeah.
I was gone for 5 minutes.
You feel like you were gone 5 minutes and it was like months.
Yeah.
You come back and there's just fucking dead bodies everywhere. And he's like, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, you asshole, you left me
Fucking
here.
asshole, you left me here.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I kind of really felt bad for him because I was like, holy fuck, he must have went through some shit. You know, he fought all these things.
There was so many fucking dead bodies out there.
Like,
How
holy
did you
shit.
kill all this shit?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
But yeah, I fought a few of those tears where like you open the tear and the enemies show up. They come to there. So like yesterday I was having trouble because I went to one of like a big statue and there was one there and I opened it up and there was two of the purple guys that came out. And like I just figured like, you know what, I'm just going to throw my axe at these guys constantly and not let them hit me. I'm going to dodge him and have Atreus distract them and bring him towards him. And I would do that. I would have him shoot arrows at them. They would turn around and go after him. Then I would throw my axe at them and go hit them real quick, then jump back. It took me like 10 tries, but I finally did it. When I was done with it, I was like, this feels good. It feels good to defeat these fucking things, you know, that are tough. And right now, right before the show started, I ran into this guy who's the same type of enemy, but different. He looks different, but he's the same kind of like buff dude, you know, like I can't kill him. And I don't know how I'm going to kill him. You got to like figure out, a lot of them have tricks to them, right? Like some, you know, you can't hit them with your axe because they're wearing metal fucking armor or whatever. Like it's hard. Some people hold shields, you know, a lot of things like that in the game. So you know, you got to make mistakes and learn them and go back in there and retry it. But the game is amazing. It's wonderful. I like it. I couldn't help but notice last night how loud my PS4 Pro was. That shit was like...
I hear that.
I was like, holy fuck. I was like, holy fuck, this thing is loud. It was just the fan though, right? Like it was just the wind or whatever coming out of it. But that thing sounded like it was about to take off. It's like, oh fuck, this thing is loud. I was like, should I turn it off? Should I keep going? I don't know. But yeah, I like the game. I really am enjoying it. No microtransactions in it, which is kind of crazy. They could have easily done microtransactions like Shadow of War did. Could have easily done that, but they didn't, and I'm glad they didn't.
Shout out to Sony Santa Monica.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, this is a full fucking game. It's worth your $60.
Yeah.
There's enough content in there that you can't complain. You know, like, they did everything right. They've done everything that people have been asking of a single-player game, and they did it right, and it works well, and it's a fun game to play. Yeah. Like, what more can you ask for?
Support these guys for sure.
Yeah, but just go out and support them. If you have a PS4, buy this game.
You have to.
Please. Like, it's worth it.
So good. And
although, I mean, if you don't have a PS4, you could always buy that ugly as fuck PS4. The God of War PS4. That thing is so ugly.
It kind of is ugly, yeah.
I only saw the box.
When I saw it, I was like,
a couple times. Went to GameStop
I could not have that gaudy thing under my fucking TV.
Yeah, it's kind of bad. I mean, but this is a game. Like, there's a lot of, like, this game, when I was playing it today, I realized why I'm enjoying it so much, and because it feels like a game that I've played when I was a kid, where it's just a game, you know, you're just in there, you're immersed in the story, you like the characters, you like the combat. If it's a game, like, it's a full fucking game. There's no cutting corners in this thing. It's like, you want to go explore here, go explore there, man. Maybe you'll find some hidden shit. Maybe you'll find a hidden treasure over there. Maybe you'll realize that you can't get past this treasure and you got to come back some time later in the game and you realize how you can break that thing, you know. So you come back later in the game, and you got to remember in your head, like, okay, I found a chest in that area of the map. I got to go back there at some point and unlock that, you know, and see what was in there. And there's constantly, like, armor and metal and things you're getting for, like, finding all these chests around the map. It's so good. I fucking love it, dude. And I'm really, right now, at this point, I'm having a hard time thinking, like, how Red Dead is going to be able to top this. Because I'm really, like, at that point where I'm like, this is so good. This is fucking good.
Yep. Well, yeah, but you know what? Rockstar knows what they're fucking doing.
Rockstar, and they will. I know as soon as I say that now, but as soon as I play Rockstar's fucking Red Dead 2, dude, I'm going to be like, Westworld, I'm here! Ah!
Yeah, I think Rockstar will topple over this game with its online component, right? Understandably, they're two different games because Red Dead will have
but their single player campaign though, and that Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be killer though, man. It needs to be.
I hope they don't skimp on that.
They always have.
Oh,
I don't think they will.
Make it more open world.
Rockstar is a storytelling company. They always have been. They've always made these crazy stories with crazy characters and crazy things going on, and I can see.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job with 5 in the single player campaign.
A lot of people seem to forget that campaign was fucking awesome. You know, it was a fun campaign. You had some good points there, some sad points, some funny things going on. It was just incredible, and I see them doing that with Red Dead 2. But God of War, guys, that's it. I mean, I can't say I can't say enough good things about this game. I love it. It's just fucking good, and I want to play it right now. I want to end the show and go play it. So goodbye.
Wait, can you read the news first before you go?
Okay, I guess it's news time, guys. But first, let's take a quick break. Like that beep, car beep beep is announcing that we need to take a break.
The car said, "Take a break."
So we'll be right back after this with the news time, guys. We'll be back. Bye.
Woo-hoo. Vengeful Jedi here, horrible gamer and patron of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Want to give the gamers an XP boost? Want to see the show level up? Then support the Horrible Gamers on Patreon at patreon.com/horriblegamers. Don't be just another NPC, non-Patreon character. Become a patron. 2 gold, 5 gold, 10 gold, 20 gold. It all supports the party. So game on.
And we're back with the news. News time. Let's get the news. The news, the headlines of the week. For the listeners out there who don't want to read the news, we read them for you, and we make your life easier. So let's talk about esports. Specifically, like real esports sports. Apparently, the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks, are now going to pay 6 video game gamers, 6 video game players, to play an NBA video game. These men are the best of the best in the nation. They'll play against 16 other teams in the basketball video game NBA 2K in esports tournaments. These men were chosen from an initial group of 72,000 players. That group got shrunk down to about 250 players. That eventually got shrunk again to 102 of the best players out of the 72,000. These 102 players were the last ones left. Then NBA teams around the country, like the Bucks, chose their top 6 in a draft. So they held a draft. They said, the Milwaukee Bucks, choose this player as our number 1 pick. And then like everybody picked their number 1 pick. And then it's like round 2, just like the real drafts. Pretty much the first round pick was Aaron Rockwood. He is from New York. The team will pay him a $35,000 salary. And his teammates, respectively, since he was a first round, he gets like a little bit of a bonus. But his teammates who got picked after him, so like the second to the 6th round, they're all going to get the same base salary of $32,000 a year. Rockwood and his teammates will also have the luxury of living in a luxury apartment and will also receive health benefits and they are fully employed athlete gamers for the next 6 months. Together, they'll work towards the tournament's grand prize, $100,000. So there's a 6-month tournament. I think almost all the NBA teams are participating in it, and they all have 6 players, so they're chosen for their team, right? And they're all going to play a season of games, I guess, against each other and work their way to a championship where the pool is $100,000. So, pretty much, it says here, with any video game, for example, Fortnite or Overwatch, gamers have the potential to become a video game superstar. One professional gamer has even earned more than $2 million playing esports. But the gaming lifestyle isn't easy. Avid gamer Jeffrey Wright has friends who've won tournament monies and played at the professional level, but he says it's brutal. You're 1 in a million and you're easily replaceable, he says. Like most game tournaments are team-based, so honestly, if you're not holding up, they'll just get rid of you.
Shit canned.
Bucks gamers will start the NBA 2K tournament Tuesday, May 1st. Bucks administrators say supporters can watch the league turnout on Twitch TV. So pretty much you get on Twitch, they're going to be broadcasting the games, and you can see who makes it to the grand championship to win $100,000.
What if this is the first they've had NBA 2K esport style?
I think it's the first. Well, it's the first time like an actual sporting,
company,
like sporting team, national teams have actually supported it. Like a couple months ago, was it last month or 2 months ago? There was a kid that went to my high school who he's 23 years old. He dropped out of college. He was studying to get his master's degrees for psychology. He got his bachelor's already. He's in there for his master's. He actually dropped out of school, so he's not going to get his master's anymore because he got drafted for the MLS, Major League Soccer. He's going to be playing for the Portland Timbers here in Oregon. He's going to be representing their team. So he's one of the players that got picked for their team. And he'll be playing esports for them. And I think he got a base salary of around 30-something thousand a year as well. On top of health benefits, other perks, etc. So like these guys are actually like getting paid by sports organizations to play for them in games. That's kind of weird, huh? Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
And I'm sure you're getting, besides the $30K, you're getting other perks and.
Well,
you
could imagine
you get sponsorships and stuff like
sponsorships.
Yeah,
and
wear their shirts, their attire, and
you could see in the future these
sell their
kids.
products,
Well, they're not really kids. A lot of them are adults. Like these young adults getting TV commercials, possibly sponsorships to be like on a TV commercial for. Like the Wheaties box. Hey, I'm an esports gamer. You are too. Let's all play video games and eat Wheaties together. Some shit, you know?
Wheaties esports edition.
It's loaded with high sugar, so you could stay up all night and
like
play
that.
games like me.
it's like that article we read a few weeks
We
ago.
sprinkle
You're
it with
eat meat.
cocaine so you can.
You take it right after you take your Adderall. You eat a bowl of Wheaties, so you stay up all
No,
night.
you don't need to eat your Adderall anymore. It's right in the Wheaties. It's in the middle.
I wonder,
Like packets like sugar.
I wonder if these leagues, they have to have rules like that, right? Where like they say like, oh, players cannot be on like Adderall or fucking any kind of like
I'm sure
enhancement drug, right?
Oh,
There has to be
I don't know,
rules.
do they, you know?
There has to be rules, because
they're
imagine
paying-
like, all right, we all go into this tournament, right? And like Gunny's all jacked up on Adderall. He's taking like 2 Adderalls. He's been up
blue
for
pills.
days, and he's up for days, and he's all fucking cracked out on Adderall. His reaction time is going to be much higher than me and Ryan, who just show up there and like, hey, we're drinking water and shit or energy drink. You're going to be so jacked, dude. You're going to have faster reflexes, I think.
Are you though? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, man. Maybe.
But I don't. Have we heard of any kind of regulations on
I don't know.
steroids or any kind of other?
Steroids.
Yeah,
Like a
well,
super buff esports player walks out.
Does that mean like you can't use like shit like Alpha Brain and stuff like that?
Maybe not.
Like,
No, maybe you can't.
I don't know.
That's cheating.
Well, okay, but then also there is that where they pay them that salary with the health and benefits and stuff, and then you've got insurance for each player, right? So
Yeah.
there probably is some regulations where they probably have to sign a thing for Random drug tests.
Yeah, or like, hey, you can't
would
be high
think
on
so.
weed when you go on a tournament. You can't be high out of your mind.
We're paying you money, you could ruin us by fucking being a drug addict.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe
I
they
can see
do.
these guys
Who
being
knows?
like, they're trying to use them to get like kids to be more interested in sports, probably, and they're like, look, man, we can't have you doing drugs and shit, being representing our organization, like kids look up to you. You need to not do that shit. So we'll see what happens with that, man. I know a lot of, like I said, Major League Soccer is doing it, NBA is doing it. I think the NFL might even do it soon.
I'm sure
if they haven't
this
already.
becomes successful. Yeah.
And I think this is all a big push by networks like ESPN that they want coverage for esports and these sports. They're like, we know how to do it.
Here we go. I just brought up an article. Pro Gaming League will drug test its players.
See?
I thought we read an article.
Dun, dun, dun.
That means I'm
In the
out.
wake of public administration, a whole bunch of pro Counter-Strike players have been taking ADHD drugs at
Told you.
Adderall.
Told you.
Exactly. The ESL, Electronic Sports League, have announced plans to start drug testing their competitors.
God, I'm gonna lose a lot of customers from my Adderall.
I'm gonna come in there with
But I wonder, like,
blue pills. Take these, man.
Adderall, is that a drug that stays in your system? Like, are they gonna say like, what if one of these kids really has ADHD and he's prescribed it? Like, how are you gonna tell him like, no, you can't take that because it's a banned substance? But dude, my doctor prescribed it to me.
Can't be on the shit.
Yeah, that's what's. I'm reading some of the comments on this article, and that was exactly brought up.
Yeah, like one of these.
How does this affect actual ADHD patients who take their Adderall for treatment?
Yeah,
and the guy says you'll have to bring in a doctor's note stating that you are.
But that's such an unfair advantage to that player because
Exactly,
now he's
right?
high on Adderall and like I said, he's gonna have super fast reflexes and shit and be all cracked out while the other players are like normal. That's cheating. Like if I was the NBA team, I'd be like, all right, guys, fuck the skills. How many of these guys have ADHD?
Get a bunch of guys who have ADHD.
How many of these guys have ADHD? Fuck the skills. We don't need a good player. We just need guys with ADHD and get them all high on Adderall.
It's like the tryouts, the first question they ask is, who has a prescription for Adderall?
Damn. That'd be me. I'd be coming in. My left arm would be like all ripped and like
Okay,
3
you
times
six,
bigger than
you
the other
six
hand.
over there. Then have your hands up. You come up here.
We'll pay you $40,000 to be on our team.
And we'll cover your Adderall subscription
Yes.
for you.
We're gonna win all the games with these guys.
Your Adderall subscription is free now.
Oh man, like I said, that's gonna be a big problem in the future. I think because you really can't tell people that really have ADHD like, yo, dude, you can't take this. Like, no,
Okay,
that's
then I guess we'll just make our own team. Just be the Adderall Mad Hats.
yeah.
Get the other blue pills over here on the left, right? Yeah.
Let's go to other news. More
What else?
more serious news. And Warwick Township in Lancaster County, I don't know where this is at, an 18-year-old Upper Darby man is now facing theft by deception charges after Northern Lancaster County Regional Police say he used a fake Facebook account to bilk a Warwick Township resident out of $300 with the fake sale of a PlayStation game console. He's accused of setting up a fake Facebook account with the name Dama Akbar and using it to post the sale of the console on February 20th. The victim sent Dombia $300 via Square Cash, but never received the PlayStation. How stupid how you have to be to send someone money and then not receive something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And not have a way to say,
God.
hey, he didn't give me that. Fucking give me my money back.
yes,
You
like,
know, like
there's
at least you know
eBay,
you're protected
people,
through things like PayPal and fucking.
eBay and shit.
Right.
You know, like
eBay and
give you your
whatnot,
money
right?
back. Yeah. I mean,
But it's
it happens. I guess people are dumb enough to send people money for shit.
yeah. Don't fucking do that.
Yeah, don't be dumb, people.
And why $300? What the fuck? Just go to a store and
Buy a new one. Yeah. Maybe it was a PS4.
Like, what do you?
Maybe it was a Pro.
And he probably displayed it on there as brand new,
Never,
still in the wrapper.
Never been. And he took a picture. And he took a picture of a PS4 Pro inside like a Walmart. Like, this is what I have in my house.
He's standing in Walmart, with price tags in the corner of the picture.
I see people on Craigslist. I don't go on there much, but when I do go to my local Craigslist, I will see people that post on there, brand new PS4 Pro in the wrapper with 2 games, $450. And I'm like, I could just go to GameStop and get it for $450, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Well, like I said, don't be dumb and don't fucking... I get that shit all the time when I try to sell stuff on Craigslist. Like, someone will message me like, do you have PayPal? I'm like, yes, I have PayPal. I am about to travel out of the country. I am a U.S. Marine. I need to leave tomorrow. I cannot pick it up today because I'm leaving tomorrow, but I need a gift for my son. Ship the console to this address and I will PayPal you $400. And I'm asking for like $200. Like, I'll PayPal you $400. And it's like, fuck you. I always tell him, fuck you. And I'm like, no way, dude. Yeah. Fucking people.
Yeah, my wife's an apartment manager. She gets those questions all the time, when she'll put like apartments on there on Craigslist.
Really?
Just another way to advertise. You get those people, do you accept Section 8? No. It clearly says on the thing, no. And then the response is, well, you should. Just dumb
Dumbass.
shit,
You know how to read?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't read. It clearly says at the bottom, no Section 8. It's not a Section 8.
In other news, Nintendo is now going to get a new president. So apparently here it says that Shuntaro Furukawa, director at the Pokemon Company, will replace Tatsumi Kimishima, subject to approval at a general shareholder meeting. Apparently this is a move to hand over leadership to a younger generation, said spokesman Kenichiro Matsura. Kimishima, 68, will retire and become an advisor to the company, while Furukawa, 46, a graduate of the prestigious Waseda University, he joined Nintendo in 1994 and has helped oversee global marketing. He apparently they're gonna have a vote in June at the shareholder meeting. He'll be like, yes, no, does not replace the old blood, keep the old blood. I don't know. I think he'll probably get replaced. But apparently it says here Nintendo Labo is selling pretty good. Apparently last year quarterly sales rose 12% for the Nintendo Corporation, and more than 15 million Switch consoles have been sold through March of this year. So from last year to this year, 1 year, 15 million consoles, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say for the fiscal year through March, Nintendo recorded a profit of 139.6 billion yen. That's $1.3 billion, which is much better than they expected last year. They were like, oh, we might like not hit that much, but they did pretty good for themselves. In other news, I don't know if you guys have seen, but the Nintendo has been hacked. It's been hacked.
I heard about it.
There's a sweet hack. So apparently the sweet hack came out, and these guys figured out how to do a hardware hack on the Switch to be able to like break into it, right, and pirate games.
Yeah, I heard Johnny talking about it last week.
It's pretty bad. I mean, so yeah. It's called the Fuzzy Gili exploits. Pretty much super simple.
And I've heard that it's an exploit that's in like pretty much anything that uses the Tegra chip. So it's like something that is within the NVIDIA Tegra chip or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah.
So it's pretty much
that.
there.
And there's not really any way for Nintendo to change that other than to change the hardware inside the console. So anyone that owns a console before they change that hardware can do this hack, from what I've heard anyways. I haven't tried it. I don't really care that much yet. Oh, like my Switch, then maybe I might do this in the future, but who knows?
Yeah, don't break your shit, man.
Do it, man. Do it. Just break it.
Don't break it.
Just break
I'm sure there's videos on YouTube showing you how to
do it and take it off the internet.
bought it.
Well, they can't really patch
Oh yeah,
it, right?
it would never connect to the internet again.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter though. I don't think. I think that there's like
Being an offline.
It's not a firmware update that's going to ruin it because it's something that's within the software or in the hardware, not in the software. So they can't fix it. You know, like the only way to fix it is for them to change the way they make it.
Yeah. It says
And
here
whoever's
that
making it will just update it for.
it says here that
next firmware.
Nintendo might release a software update to try to help prevent this.
Yeah.
But they probably will never announce when they release that they're just going to do it, so people don't fucking do it before they release the update.
And not to get complicated, couldn't you just like do a factory reset to roll it back to mod it again? I don't know.
No.
No, because then the factory,
You can't
the
roll
software,
firmware backwards.
yeah, you can't roll it backwards because it's always current, right? It'll always be like, you need to download, update, blah 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 blah.
So it's just a matter of whoever has this hack to keep it updated for the next firmware edition and just keep going, right?
Pretty much, kind of like iPhone hacks, right? Like people are constantly trying to break
your iPhone.
Yeah, you don't want to ever update it because the jailbreak will go away or whatever. So, yeah. In other news, during the NFL draft, Billy Price was playing Fortnite, a video game, when the Bengals drafted him.
Did he not? He didn't realize?
Yeah.
He didn't realize that he got drafted? He was just like, Fortnite.
I mean, he was in the middle of playing the game Fortnite when they called him and told him, hey, man, congratulations, you're going to be part of the team.
Now, was he big enough, man, to like the dude in the hurricane or the tornado? Did he just keep playing while he was talking to them on the phone?
Yeah. The circle's getting smaller, guys.
Hurry up! What's going on? I'm drafted. Hang on. Circle's getting smaller. I gotta get in.
Hold on, guys. I'm being drafted into the NFL real quick. You guys need to watch my back.
I'm gonna go hide this little outhouse.
Yeah, so, but yeah, apparently he got drafted and he was playing Fortnite when he got the call from the team, like congratulating him, like, hey, you're part of the team. He was like, oh shit, oh thank you guys. He was like super excited about it, but apparently he was playing Fortnite when this happened. So yeah, guys, Fortnite.
And normally they had them there at the draft.
Sometimes a lot of players don't get to go because of whatever reason they can't afford for it or just whatever, you know. They're college students,
Or they think they don't have a chance. Yeah.
yeah, they just don't think they have a chance.
Invited.
But they are invited. But a lot of them don't go because they want to spend time with their family. They want to be with their family when they get the call. Or this dude was playing Fortnite.
So he was probably streaming. I didn't read the article.
I don't know. I don't know. It says he was playing Fortnite. Anyways, another news: Nintendo is now going to be making a mobile RPG called Dragalia Lost, guys. A new Japanese-style action RPG for phones.
Dragalia Lost. Okay.
By Nintendo.
Ooh, you can use your Labo cardboard.
Can you? I don't know. Is that true?
No. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well,
Misread. Read it too quickly.
anyways, yeah. So there's that. If you're interested in that, you'll probably hear more news about it whenever the fuck they decide to release more news about it. In other news, let's move on here. Xbox One update can now automatically put your TV into game mode. Dun dun dun. There's a new spring update that started rolling out the other day for the Xbox One. It's new features, guys, such as we'll add a new auto low latency mode, which will work with compatible TVs to make sure they are in game mode whenever you're playing a game to reduce any lag in the game. If it's hooked up to a PC display compatible with AMD's FreeSync tech, then it will match the refresh rate and frame output to end the stuttering and tearing. The 1S and 1X will now also support FreeSync 2 with HDR as well as 1440p for monitors that deliver a resolution between 1080p and 4K Ultra HD. Da, da, da. This patch also adds the new controller sharing via Mixer, which now will let streamers let their viewers take over their game remotely, like using a virtual control on the web browser or by plugging a controller into their PC and hopping on the sticks.
That seems like such a gimmick. But I guess it would be fun for streams.
Why though? Like, hey, donate $1,000 and I'll let you take over my game.
Yeah.
That's a good...
Thanks for all the bits. Okay, here's the controller for 5 minutes.
3,000 bits.
And then you just laugh and giggle the whole 5 minutes or 10 minutes,
3,000 bits. I'll let you take over my controller for 5 minutes.
And then they go into your dashboard and delete your profile.
Yeah.
Delete your game. Get you banned.
I'm sure there'll be restrictions on
There'll be restrictions. Like as soon as the person probably won't be able to back out of the game. They might not even...
Yeah, you can't back out. Yeah.
Can't leave the to main menu. None of that shit. It'll probably be all locked. Or it'll probably be something where like, even though they're controlling the game, the streamer is streaming, the streamer can always take control right back of it if they move the controller or something.
I'm sure that. But you know what I mean? You walk away to go to the bathroom or something, this guy's got control of your controller, he goes into your dashboard, deletes your fucking profile, changes your password.
Yeah.
Your profile pic is now a dick pic, you know.
In other news, Microsoft has boasted that $2.25 billion revenue between January and the end of March. It's for one quarter, $2.25 billion in revenue, guys. That's pretty fucking good. Pretty good. Apparently, in the same quarter last year, Microsoft generated $1.9 billion in profits. This also says that Microsoft shared that there are now 59 million active Xbox Live users each month. Yay. Yay.
1,906,000,000. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Super fucking crazy, man. Super crazy. In other news, a video game fan killed himself after claiming his headphones had given him tinnitus?
Tinnitus?
Tinnitus.
Oh, tinnitus. I don't know what that is.
IT programmer Daniel Derricut, 24. Here we go. And he claimed it started only after he bought the Bose cans, which he sold 1 month on. Daniel, who was studying an Open University computer science course, hung himself in the home he owned with his brother in Crewe, Cheshire. A friend, Joshua Johnson, told the hearing in the town that they often played multiplayer game Team Fortress 2. He said, quote, "We used to have game parties where a group of us would get together with our laptops." He said he had this ringing in his ears and it was annoying. Daniel's father, Frederick, said he was down in the dumps about it. He said he was ill because he was so tired. But he added, quote, he never expressed thoughts of self-harm or suicide, quote. He pretty much killed himself. They think it's because of these headphones. What do you guys think? I don't know.
I think there's more to it.
Yes.
I think, maybe also, I don't think there was, in my opinion, I don't think there was a lot of communication between him and his parents.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There has to be something there, right? Like,
there's something there, right? Because he says here that, he never said anything about it. Like, I think he did. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just so quiet about his
life,
his depressed feelings, where it was in his life. He just kept it all under wraps,
Yeah.
And maybe his parents never saw those signs, and it just never was a thing, I don't think it was the headphones.
I think the parents are going to try to, sue Bose.
Right, I think this is why it became a story, right?
Try to blame them for the suicide of their son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've heard of people
that happened, but
that have had.
I mean, what it comes down to is how many people has this happened to with these Bose headphones, and if he's the only guy, then maybe there was something else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like it's been a string of fucking
suicides.
With Bose headphones.
Like, oh, we got another one. Like, the detective gets called in. The detective walks into the room. Oh, fuck. Another one of these. Like a dead person with Bose headphones on.
Yeah. There was a recent story
it's a TV show, and it's like every week. It's another person with Bose headphones on.
NCIS.
And the guy comes in, he's got to figure out the case. It's like CSI. CSI, Bose Headphones Edition.
Today on CSI. What happened? I don't know. Seems to me the headphones got him again. God, another one of these. No!
Not again!
I can see a show doing that. I can see South Park doing that. Yeah, oh my God, I could totally see South Park.
Or this article is just not giving us enough information because it said he had the ringing in his ears and it was annoying. Well, it was obviously more annoying.
Yeah.
Right? You couldn't sleep. And there was a recent story with a major rock star, pop star that I remember reading that they had tinnitus and they canceled their world tour and everything. I don't know who it was. But yeah, apparently it's a very annoying thing to constantly have that ringing in your ears.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I mean, would it drive you to kill yourself is the question.
Have you ever listened to your fucking headphones for so long that you take them out and you got a ringing in your ear? Well, imagine that constantly.
I've shot guns and
Yeah. Well,
ring,
that
ring,
ringing in your ear.
Oh man, that thing's been there for a while. I better put the earbuds in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Wait a minute. This is part of The Sun where you got this article. So I don't know. It's not saying it's not true, but
is this like some kind of satire news or something? I don't know.
I just looked at the top. It's from The Sun.
Is a UK company and it's also a newspaper sold in Toronto.
Oh, okay. Is it like a legit newspaper though?
Yeah.
None of that bullshit.
It's like your daily. It's like your daily news.
It's not like the ones here, like you see in the store. That's like, I slept with an alien, and now I have his baby.
No,
it's not that.
No. It's like a legitimate news organization.
Okay.
In the UK and Canada. It says here, The Sun. This is the UK version. The news UK company.
Let's get into the PS Plus and Xbox games with gold for next month, guys. Big games coming out for both platforms. So apparently for the PlayStation, you're going to get Rayman Legends and Beyond Two Souls.
Dun, dun, dun. Rayman Legends?
Yeah. And for the Xbox, you're going to be able to get Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Awesome. That's awesome. I want to play that.
Yeah, I haven't played that yet.
Also, Super Mega Baseball 2 and a few other ones. What are the other ones? I don't know where the other ones are. There's two more, right? The 360 games?
360 games. Yeah, I can't remember what they are either.
What they are. Doesn't show them on this list. I don't know why not, but it doesn't. But those are the two Xbox One games you're going to be able to get. Let's look at Xbox games with gold. Games with gold. Bam. Okay. Let's look at them. I'm looking it up, guys. Research right on the show. Oh, for the 360, it's going to be Streets of Rage and Vanquish.
Yeah.
I played Vanquish a little bit.
Vanquish is all right. It's okay. It's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Vanquish was the one with the sliding.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can run and slide.
It's kind of Gears of War-ish.
Yeah.
So Super Mega Baseball is going to be available between May 1st and the 31st, and Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, becomes available May 16th through June 15th. So there you go, guys. Check those out. In other news...
I've got one more.
Right.
I've got one with PUBG cheating. 15 arrested in connection with cheating programs.
Oh, shit. What?
Because I got this off, I think we might have read it before, but this might be a more recent article.
About this.
But this is Blue Hall saying other suspects are still being investigated in the case of those arrested. It says here, local authorities working on a case. Translated via Blue Hall says 15 suspects. And it has a lot of Japanese, Chinese writing in here. But these names, OMG and FL, were arrested for developing hack programs, hosting marketplaces for hack programs, and brokering transactions. These people have been fined more than $5.1 million US. And this is crazy shit here. It talks about these other hack programs, like for the PC, include something Trojan horse, like a Chinese backdoor virus. These are hacks you use to get into your PC to scan your data and extract information illegally. Why would one want to put all these different programs on their PC? I guess there's people out there that just willy-nilly just add shit, that people offer in game or what have you. It's nuts. That's why you need to have a virus program, people.
People want to cheat, man. People want to be good.
Common sense. Yeah. I think I probably did back in the day where, I'd just add things to enhance gameplay.
Oh, that's where you call it enhanced play? It's called cheating, Gunny. It's not called enhanced gameplay.
Mods, not cheating programs.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it says here at the end, we'll continue to crack down on hacking and cheating programs until our players are free to battle it out in totally fair environment. Bluehole added. Good on you, Bluehole.
Yeah.
Show those assholes.
Microsoft has announced also that they're now partnering with Discord to link your Xbox Live profiles. Interested, guys?
Yeah, I think people want this. It's funny that it's a thing. I think there's a lot of people on Discord that Xbox Live is cool and everything, but we really want Discord.
Do you think? To me, I think Microsoft should just get Discord and use Discord for their party chat.
I think
why not?
It will be a thing, right? I think that
you could buy Discord, keep Discord as a service, but have that as the main chatting platform for Xbox Live users. Get rid of Xbox parties, switch it all to Discord.
Yeah, you can. I like the way it works.
Yeah,
Discord.
It's good. It's pretty much a chat room. You could chat all day, and it's like instant chatting with people around the world or wherever.
You can add people quickly, and it's very easy to use.
Post pictures. You can have different rooms. So it sounds to me like Xbox Live clubs wanted to be Discord, but it never got to that point. And now,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Xbox Live clubs is kind of like a form of Discord where you have these clubs where people get in there and chat about things. You could just buy Discord and switch your clubs to Discord clubs, call it Discord clubs, and like have the Horrible Gamers Discord club, and then it'll be probably bigger on Xbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds, I don't know.
Very easy to use. I think that's why, especially when I'm watching Twitch and people are like, they're always talking in Discord, and it's easy to switch from room to room, group to group, and everybody sounds clear, and some are using cameras, and that's easy to use. Where it's like, click, turn the camera on, turn it off. There's different options. They keep it very simple. I like it.
It works. But hey, now you're going to be able to see, if you're on Discord, what I'm playing on Xbox whenever I'm on the Xbox. It's going to be like, Jesus is playing City Skylines for the last 4 hours.
Yeah, but the Xbox app already does that. If you're playing something on PC, Discord, it shows.
Yeah, but not on...
Yeah, on your Xbox. If Gunny's playing City Skylines, he's playing it on PC, but it tells me that he's playing it. Yeah.
But now people on Discord are going to be able to see what I'm playing on console.
I've seen people on my list playing World of Warcraft.
Yes, I see that. I see that too.
But I mean, like, now Discord people on PC are going to be able to see what I'm playing on the console.
On your Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I like how they do that. I think there's people just going to prefer it. Like, they'll be like, fine, I don't want to use fucking Xbox Live chat or whatever. Rather just use Discord, so.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be good for, I don't know, those certain few select people that play Xbox games on their PC that don't want to use the Windows 10 Xbox app. They just want to go straight to Discord. Like, that'll work out well for them.
And another news, The Witcher 3 finally got a patch for the PS4 Pro. Unfortunately, the patch is not very good. It was supposed to add HDR and 4K visuals, but it apparently doesn't even hit true 4K, and the HDR isn't working that well. On top of that, the frame rate is still at 30 frames a second, while the Xbox One X version hits 60 frames a second pretty solid in 4K. So they don't know what's going on. They say when you do drop it down to the 1080p mode instead of the 4K, you're more likely to hit 60 frames a second, but you're still going to have some issues with the game. Apparently, the developer CD Projekt Red says they're working on it, but it seems that something with the hardware of the PS4 Pro, it's not letting them be able to patch it correctly. Sounds like Skyrim again.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that shit with Skyrim on the PS3. That was
bad.
the
Oh,
worst,
God,
dude.
yeah.
That was the worst. They couldn't even like save their games, or like if you saved too much, it would completely corrupt your file or something, and it just was horrible. They never even like the DLC. I think it eventually made it on there, but it was like way after the 360 got it. It was like way after that. So, yeah, that was bad. And then the last piece of news that I have, guys, H1Z1 is coming to the PS4. It is called an open beta, but it sounds to me more like the actual game is releasing and there's going to have to be updating it as it goes on. Because, PS4 doesn't support preview games.
Right.
But this is gonna be a preview game on the PS4. So H1Z1 Battle Royale mode is coming to the PS4 on May 22nd.
Just the PS4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just on PS4. It's exclusive to them. It is called an open beta, so it starts May 22nd, but they have no definitive end date. So I'm assuming, like I said before, it's going to just be like the game actually releasing, but they cannot say that it's a game because it's still fucking broken and shit, so they have to patch it, obviously, a lot.
And they've totally separated the two games on PC now.
So,
there's two separate games, the Battle Royale and then the other Survive.
And this is actually, I think, a pretty smart move by the H1Z1 developer, because PUBG isn't on the console yet, and people that are itching to have a more realistic experience, I guess, might switch over from Fortnite to H1Z1. Do you think so, or do you think Fortnite will still be the dominant? Well, Fortnite will still be the dominant one, but
yeah,
H1Z1 is going to be free as well. They're not charging for it. They say it's free.
it's not very popular. It's been out for years. I don't know how long, but I never cared for it. I never played it, but every Twitch stream that I've ever watched, every video, it's like, yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. I didn't like it.
I don't know. I think they have a good chance to catch some of the players that would have played PUBG, and they don't really want to play Fortnite because of the cartoony graphics. Maybe they'll levitate more towards this game. It looks more realistic, I guess.
Does it? I don't know. It seems to me like it's more PUBG, right? So
yeah, it looks more realistic. Yeah. Fortnite is all cartoony bullshit, like a cartoony fucking thing. So yeah, we'll probably see more players jumping on that. I'll probably try it. I mean, it's May 22nd, a few weeks from now.
I think I have it downloaded. I've just never played it on Steam.
Well, now you're going to be able to play it on PS4.
You know what? I'll just play. You know what? I'll play it on the PC since I don't have a PlayStation, and then I'll give you my perspective on the PC.
Well, you're probably going to have like a really awesome experience. And be like, this is the best game ever, Jesus. It's all optimized and it looks fucking awesome and it's 4K and 60 frames a second. I actually get like 100 frames a second, and then I'm gonna play it on the PS4 and it's going to be like 20 frames a second and be like PUBG all broken.
Yeah, but the single player, just a side note on that, they're well, I don't know if it's not single player. It's just not a battle royale. Just fight zombies. I think that's more of an MMO. And that game looks terrible.
Do they have the zombies in the Battle Royale? Like, is there zombies in the Battle Royale? That sounds cool to me.
I'm trying to think if they did in the beginning. No, I think that's all players. It was the first Battle Royale game.
It'd be cool to like have the zombies in there too. Like, you gotta be worried about the players and the zombies. That'd be fucking awesome.
Well, telling you guys, the zombies closing in a circle.
That would be 100 players in an island. You get a circle of zombies. You got to survive.
If you're outside of the circle, you get swarmed by zombies.
Yeah.
Remember they did a test? God. They did a beta test on that with PUBG?
They had zombies?
They did something like that with PUBG.
They had zombies in PUBG?
Anywhere.
What?
Yes, I remember this.
You're full of shit. They never had zombies in PUBG.
Darkness 429.
What the fuck? Zombies?
He was when he was on Twitch. Now he's on Facebook. But he did. I remember he was part of that beta program.
Oh, what?
It was funny as hell.
The PUBG Zombie Zone. It was in December of last year.
Yeah, I remember him playing that with like 4 other people. It was funny.
What the fuck? Why don't they do this on the console? They need to fix the game first.
It was cool, like throwing out the grenades. It
cool.
Almost felt like H1Z1 in a way.
Yeah, like you have zombies and players. That adds more like intensity to the game. Right? It adds you like you're really worried about getting a gun. You're like, fuck, I cannot have a pistol. Like I need to have a real gun and armor and shit. Oh man, PUBG, you're doing things wrong. You're taking shit away from the game. You need to put it in there.
Yeah, I think they just a lot of people just gave a lot of negative feedback on it, and they just scrap it.
They probably gave negative feedback because the shit runs at 20 frames a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm salty about PUBG still, guys. And PUBG news, PUBG did release their community test environment or test server for Miramar on the Xbox One. And your friend Jesus tried to download it, guys. But I loaded it up. I go in there. And it's completely separate from your other PUBG account. It's like a completely different download. So you have to launch the actual test game or whatever. So I launched
like that
it
on PC too.
And it was like you have a whole new character. You have to create a new person. So I created the same looking chick that I have in the other game. And you have 1 million credits. Like it says battle points, 1 million. And I was like, oh, awesome. I could spend all the battle points. I could just sit here for days. No loot crates in there. I was like, fuck. I was like, okay, I get it. It's a test server or whatever. There's no point in giving you money or doesn't matter. So like I was like, play now. Boom, boom. My console shut down. I was like, what the fuck? I launched it again. I tried to launch it and it was like, searching for match, searching for match, searching for match not found, match not found, unable to connect to match, match not found, match not found.
Can I offer a bit of advice?
And I was like,
check Twitter.
And I was like, what time did they say they were going to launch this? At 5 p.m. Pacific and like to 11 p.m. Pacific. I was like, okay, I'm at 6 o'clock here. Like, okay, I'm at the right time. It just wouldn't work. It's just like broken. I was like, this is stupid. And I went and played God of War.
Dude, listen, bit of advice. I'm on Twitter every day.
Look, Gunny.
Account mostly.
I don't want to be on Twitter.
Okay, dude, you're going to have to, right? Put it on your fucking PC.
I don't want to be on fucking Twitter.
Listen,
I don't want to be on
PUBG,
Twitter.
Xbox, and
fuck Twitter. You need Twitter to find out what's going on with the game.
It's just so much easier because it's instant. That's where they put it first. So
yeah, that's where they put it first. But if you just put Google fucking,
game,
God of War or
game broken doesn't work.
PUBG broken 2018 April. It would fucking come up.
On Twitter, I'm telling you, they put it on there. Every day I see Fortnite and PUBG posting on there.
Yeah.
Or twice a day. Hey,
we're going down for maintenance or fucking whatever, right?
We should have it back up and running.
Having problems.
Go back in like an hour. Like, hey, we're back online.
PUBG needs to fix their fucking game on the console, man. And the sad thing is that I really do enjoy playing that with friends when I get to play it. Even by myself, man. There's been times where I go in there and I play solo. And I have fun. It's really intense. It's good. And it's a fun experience. But it's like you guys really need to optimize this to run at 60 frames a second. Dude, I played Fortnite the other day. And I was like, I'm not going to have fun with this. I don't really like Fortnite. I'm more of a PUBG person. But dude, fuck me, man. I was having fun. I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is awesome. Look at this thing I'm building. I was up in the sky building like this fucking walkway. And these guys were on the bottom shooting up at me. And I just ran across the map in the sky because I have so much wood. I literally ran across the entire map in the sky. And these guys just kept shooting at my fucking thing. And I was just building, running, building. And I was like, this works. I get it, guys. The building is fun, but I was like, God, no, I need to stop this.
It's the news saying Jesus has so much wood in the sky.
Oh, man. And the one thing that I didn't like about the game was I looked like a hobo because everybody has the cool astronaut outfits and the John Wick outfit and like the spaceman outfits and like the ninja outfits and the Santa Claus outfits. And I'm over here looking like a hobo, like the stupid green tank top. But all these other players have like awesome cool gadgets and like cool outfits.
You gotta play the game, Jesus. When you play the game, you get the cool shit.
No, they paid for those cool outfits, man. Those are all microtransactions.
Man, you play the game, you'll fucking open shit, and you'll be like, hey, I can be the spaceman now.
I get spaceman suit if I play the game?
Nah, you might.
I think you have to buy that. It's like $10.
I don't know.
I think that's like $20 of real life money or something like that. $10 or $20.
It's where they make their money.
Yeah, it's called like the V-Bucks. That's what they call their currency, and you have to buy that currency to buy their outfits and their pickaxes and all that. And like your little glider.
V-Bucks in the single player campaign.
Like I've seen
transpire over.
I've seen the gliders. The gliders, like people instead of having the glider, they have like an umbrella. They look like Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
They look like Mary Poppins coming down from the sky with their little umbrella. I'm like, this is so cool. What the fuck? And like PUBG is like still broken. and shit.
I'm telling you, Jesus, you'll unlock shit if you keep playing.
I think you're lying to me. I think you just want me to get hooked on this game, and you're lying to me. And it'll be like 20 years later, like
one day you'll get an umbrella too.
want an umbrella.
What's an AP umbrella?
Yeah, I'll get an umbrella when I pay the $10 to unlock the umbrella. Dude, everybody plays Fortnite. Everybody plays Fortnite. My
I
kid.
asked my son. He's like, nah, I'd rather play Roblox and other games.
My kid knows about Fortnite. She was like, Dad, you have Fortnite? I was like, because she saw it on my dashboard. I was like, yeah, obviously it's right there. She's like, do you play it? I was like, yeah. She's like, do you like it? I was like, I mean, it's okay. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's cool. She's like, huh? She's like, my friends play Fortnite. She's like, I've seen people play Fortnite before. She's like, it looks cool. I was like, yeah. I was like, but it's probably not a game for you. She's like, I know. It has guns. I don't want to play it. She's like, I want to play Roblox. I was like, okay. And then I had her try Sea of Thieves, and that didn't turn out very well. She's like, what do I do? I'm like, you got to steer the ship. How? You get on the wheel. Okay. And I was like, you need more wind. She's like, why is it going so slow? I was like, you need to turn the sails. How do you do that? And I got to sit there and tell her how to do everything. And then it was just too much. I don't think she couldn't get the hang of it. It was just too much, like moving around and doing too many things for her to really enjoy. She was like, this is boring. I want to play Roblox. And then she went back to Roblox.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon right now. I've seen it on local news several times.
But last piece of news, May game releases, guys. Apparently on PC, May 1st, Frostpunk has a release on PC. May 4th, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. May 4th, Ryan, for your Switch. Yeah? No, he walked away. That's how excited he is about that shit. Conan Exiles finally on May 8th. Wow.
Wait. Oh, there's a... Oh, so the Conan Exiles is just a preview, right? For right now?
No, it's the actual game. It's called the Day 1 Edition.
Yeah. So this okay. So this will be the official release for both Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Yeah, it finally comes out on PS4 as well. Hitman, the Definitive Edition, will be coming to the PS4 and Xbox One. Hello Kitty Cruisers for the Switch on May 15th as well. And the big one, May 18th. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for the Switch and State of Decay 2 for the Xbox One.
Yes, State of Decay.
It's going to be fun, I think. I think I'll like it. The Elder Scrolls Online will get a big update with their new release of Somerset DLC for May 21st. Oh, wait. The State of Decay for the Xbox One on May 18th is the pre-order edition. If you get the standard edition and the Game Pass, you're going to have to wait till Tuesday, May 22nd to play it.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they get you there.
Yeah.
5 days early if you buy the Ultimate Edition. I'm not paying $50 for that. Sorry, guys. I'm not. Last time, how much was State of Decay 1, Gunny? $25?
It was cheap.
$20?
No, it was like 15 or whatever it was.
No, it wasn't. It was like $20.
Oh, right. Yes, you're right. It was like one of the first games.
Yeah, one of the first games I was like, yeah, $20 on the arcade, right? But that was a good game. I'm not going to pay $50 for this, dude. Because only thing you get for paying the $50 version of the game on disc is you get State of Decay 1, the year 1 edition, like the ultimate edition of that one,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, 2 pieces of DLC.
And then it comes with the DLC and then
3 pieces, whatever it was.
And then you get like the season pass for State of Decay 2 or something, or what? How does that work?
I didn't look at the details because I just could have downloaded day 1 on Game Pass.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. You're getting it's a 4-player co-op up to.
I know some people have told me they'd rather buy it because they don't want to pay into Game Pass every month, and I'm like, I mean, I get your point.
I've heard things where people have said, like, the company's actually making more money off people that pay for Game Pass. Like, I guess, whatever, but
I don't know.
The way I see it is I'm saving probably
$60. If you don't like
right?
it, if you don't like it, you just delete it and you keep the other games on your Game Pass.
Exactly. There's so many other games to play. I've probably made less purchases, right?
Yeah. So
not everybody buys all the games, right? They're just more of a buy this one at 60, that one at 60, this one at 60.
Yeah, because I know a few people that have bought like Sea of Thieves, right, full price, and they want to, because they don't want to get into Game Pass. It's like, well, I'd rather just pay $60 for this and play this for the next 4 or 5 months and don't play anything else. Play my old games.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Up to you, It's an option.
I was like, I guess. I mean, you don't want to play State of Decay 2? No, I don't like that game. Okay. May
It's one of my jams. I really enjoyed the first one so much.
I liked the first one too, dude. I really liked how they had just all the different things with the managing the people, the food. You start getting low on resources. I remember playing a lot of the original version of the game, right? Where like there was like, you got to move your base to a different base. I got the big truck stop as my base. Like I had like 20 something people in there or something like that, and like a bunch of cars all the time, like a bunch of like ammunition factory, all this shit going on in there.
You have to work for all that stuff.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
dude.
that.
I really liked it because I was really into it. I got really far into the game where like, I think I finally stopped when I reached a point where the military was talking to me and they were telling me what to do to evacuate. And I went to like a carnival or something. There was like a park in the game where there was a carnival. And I went in there and I looted that place a bit. And then I lost a few people there. And I ended up quitting the game after that. I was like, fuck this. I was so mad that I lost those people. Because I took like my best players.
I played it very little on 360, but then I played a ton of it on Xbox One. And the thing that was cool about it was I totally avoided what the military had to say. And that was an option. That was cool that it was an option.
Yeah.
You know how you kind of end near where you do have to go to the military base, but there's nobody there?
Yeah.
But then you had the option to converse with the military, wherever the fuck they were. But they weren't at that base where you were required.
They were like somewhere else. They were like looking at Safe City or something, right? Like outside where you were.
And I think that's where they ended up making a DLC for that game. Well, it was kind of like a separate game, right?
Well, there is a DLC. There's the military DLC called Lifeline, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And I played that one too, where that one you are the military. You're in the city, like you're like in an urban-looking city. It's not like country like the original game. And in that one, you're like part of like this army squad, and you're actually doing missions for the military. Like they're like you're initially you're going there, and the helicopter takes off on you, and you're there, and you're like, hey, we need a helicopter. You guys left us behind. And they're like, oh no, we didn't leave you behind. You're supposed to be there to like do missions. And you're like, okay, I'll do missions. And they're like, go rescue this doctor who's like gonna help find the cure for this. She's like stuck in her house across the city. Take a jeep and like a couple of your guys and go down there and rescue her. You have to do it within like the next 12 hours or she's gonna die. And then like you go rescue her and then you bring her back, and it's like, okay, the helicopter comes and picks her up, but you guys still gotta stay there because we need you to do more things for us. It's like, what the fuck, dude? We're dying over here. You need us to stay. It's like, yeah, you need to stay there and keep doing things because you're the military. We tell you what to do.
Yeah.
So
that was cool that they, you got that freedom to go out and find supplies. That was cool. And you get out to this middle of this field and like these big fat ass zombies would come out.
Dude.
And you're like,
I remember one day I was like hauling ass down the road. I probably told this story before, but I was driving down the road in a truck. And I had like 2 guys with me, and we were just looting. What I would do is I would loot all the houses like further away from my base, and then start coming into the houses that were closer to my base, so it'd be easier to loot later on. And I was going down this road. There's a country road, and like next thing you know, like because there was a lot of popping in that game, right? Where things just pop in.
Yeah, the textures were very bad.
A big fat zombie popped in the middle of the road, and he just. Boom! My truck slammed into him, dude, and like my whole truck like almost flipped over. Like it just stopped it dead in its tracks. The whole front hood was dented in. It was like the truck just shut off because it was so damaged. So I jump out of the truck. I pull out the shotgun. I'm shooting this thing. This thing destroyed my team, dude. Like I just killed like 2 of my guys. I was freaking out. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, and I had to run from it, and it was crazy.
Yeah, because you got to manage your weapons inventory.
So you can't carry like, all the ammo with you. You only carry like, I'm going to carry a shotgun with me to this mission, but I'm only going to carry like 10 shells because I don't want to carry any more because if I carry any more, it'll take up an extra slot. And you want that extra slot. So there's a lot of managing in that game. That game was good. God.
Yeah, it really made you think. So great game.
I'm excited. This one has co-op, Gunny. We might be able to play it together. So
I watched some of that on the IGN, those people playing together. They did a lot of running. I'm like, all right, can you guys just kind of go to a base? Maybe they didn't want to show that, do a lot of the base stuff, a lot of managing I wanted to see.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Running
But
and
in
looting.
Dark Souls what's it called? Remastered? Dark Souls Remastered is coming May 25th for the PS4, Xbox One. And the PS4 is going to get Harvest Moon, a Light of Hope Special Edition. It's also going to come to the Switch. And let's see here. Owlboy for the PS4 and the Switch.
What is Agony?
Agony. I don't know. It looks like the devil is on the cover. Coming out for the PS4 and Xbox on May 29th. I don't know. And finally, in the end of the month, on also May 29th, you're going to get a Sudden Strike 4 European Battlefields Edition coming to the Xbox One. Woo! Legend of K Anniversary for the Switch. Everspace Galactic Edition for the PS4. And a bunch of other shit for the
Brawl
Switch.
Out for the Switch.
Yeah, lame.
Fallen Legion Rise Glory for the Switch.
Lame. Sounds lame. Yeah.
Yeah, just indie stuff.
Anything else for news, guys? Anything else for news?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's time for community questions.
That's in time.
Any questions?
Yes.
Brought to you by Captain Hook.
We love you, Captain.
Let's go on to community questions, guys. If you want to leave us questions, you always can in our Facebook group and also in our Discord, in our Twitter, in our cell phones, in our emails, in our messages, in our Xbox profiles, and everywhere, really. Any way you can get a hold of us, you can leave us a question. Yeah. Questions, Gunny?
Yes, we have questions. First one is from, I'm just looking on here, notes. First one is from Jonathan, Pinpoint Red, who was on the show last week. Thank you, Jonathan. I love you. He asked, what would the new Atari system have to be able to do to make it your next favorite system?
What?
VR, Jonathan. VR.
Nothing.
No,
Fucking
let's see
Can't
here.
do anything.
Have good games like the PS4, have awesome multiplayer experiences like the Xbox, be able to have all my friends on there like the Xbox and the PS4, 4K, 120 frames a second, 8K if you can, downscale to 4K, a lot of
Blu-ray
exclusives.
player.
See, what game would make me really want to buy an Atari system? What game would
Pitfall?
No.
Pitfall Enhanced Edition.
Pitfall in 4K? Oh, man. E.T. and now in
Say
4K?
Pinball or Pitfall?
Pitfall.
No, I'm talking reboot.
Oh,
and,
no new reboot in
Co-op.
4K?
You want co-op Pitfall.
like a real 3D
Oh, my.
adventure game that you're swinging on vines over lakes of alligators and
Maybe.
think.
I don't know.
You in? I'm not in. They can't do anything to make me buy this piece of shit. I won't buy it. This shit, that's the answer for me.
Space Invaders.
I'm not buying this
else do
piece
they
of
have?
garbage. It's gonna fail.
Yeah, it's going to fail. It'll be like $20 in a couple months after it
You go to
releases.
Walmart, find it, electronics section.
You're going to find it in the clearance section.
right next to the other company that did the same thing.
Ouya.
Yeah.
Ouya was in the clearance section pretty quick at Target. I remember going there it was like 2 months after it released, and it was in the clearance section for like $15 or $20. I was like, wow. And that thing it launched at $90, didn't it, or $100?
Yeah, something like
The
that.
Ouya.
Add a
think it was
Raspberry
a
Pi
flop.
options.
It's a flop. Floppity flop.
That's what we need, John. Make it a Raspberry Pi. I want that option.
Next question, Lenny.
Next one, Brian Tulp Jr. Guys, how do you feel that Mark thinks he could take Jesus and Gunny in a tag team match? I know he asked that question last week.
On TXL, right? Yeah.
He asked the question on TXL, and
How does
Mark
Mark
and
think he
Rob
can do it?
answered that they would pick you or Jesus and Gunny over me because I was too intimidating. I don't understand.
You're fucking Canadian.
You look tough.
I sent a message to Mark, and I'm like, dude, you realize I'm like 5'6", and like I'm like not that intimidating. I don't know, but it's funny because Cassie's family said the same thing about me when they first met me.
Really?
They're like, oh, with the goatee and everything, he looks intimidating. But then they were like, no, he's just a softie. I mean, he's just a softie. It's all good.
I had Mark on it was my party last night. We were talking last night, me and Wingman,
Yeah,
and
we were
basically
talking.
said that that Jesus, he would squash him like a watermelon.
Dude, okay, listen.
He would break me in half.
Wingman is fucking big, dude. I'm not like he says he's only 6 feet tall. I think he's taller, and he's just a big dude, and like the size of his hand, it's like twice as big as my hand. Like, just it's like twice. Like, take my hand and double this motherfucker up. That's how big his hand
Smothers
is.
your hand when
like,
he shakes it.
He could like grab my skull with his hand and crush it. I think.
Palm your head like a basketball.
Like, just squish it like Kratos and shit when he's executing somebody. Just like rip my jaw open with one hand. You know, like what the fuck? You're like, dude is big. Now I would be scared to fight him. Like I said, if I was to fight Wingman, I'm going dirty. I'm kicking him in the nuts, and then I'm pulling some hair. I'm gouging eyes, doing all kinds of shit, man.
Hey, dirty.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
care.
it's supposed to be a death match.
I'm short, man. I'm short.
You know, as he knows, I'm an ex-Marine, and I applied for the Green Berets, okay?
I'm gonna like fucking kick you in the nuts.
I'm kidding.
I said to Wing, I was like, Wing, you should have chose me and Jesus, because then me, you, and Jesus would be out of breath in about 5 minutes. We'd all be in the corner
I'd be
going,
dead. I'd be having an asthma attack.
and then Rob would be running circles around us. Like,
I'd be having an asthma attack 2 minutes into this shit. Where's my inhaler? Freaking out and shit.
guys, you gotta stop and have a smoke.
Guys.
Hang on.
I got some pretty damn strong legs, and I can run because I do run all day at work.
Like I said, this fight happens. I'm fighting dirty. Fucker. I'll find any kind of rock around me, kind of weapon. The shit ain't going down. I'm a small person. I need to fight dirty. I can't fight normal. Get my ass kicked. Can't have that happen.
You can't take it.
Like,
No, I was never
me
informed.
and you, Jesus, would be like trying to take out Wayne.
just
Like,
just us two and Rob will be standing there.
It's like fucking Ico, right? Like crawling up fucking Wingman. Right?
Wing will just be over there like under the giant, just one big slap. You know?
Rob will be standing there like, I'll just stand here too.
Rolls us away.
I'll just stand here and watch, I guess. I mean, fuck. Yep. I mean,
if anybody has any animation skills,
do it.
I think this would be a funny thing.
Just animate this whole story. Right
Animate.
I don't think
This
get on
fucking
that.
death match between HGP and TXL.
Here. Oh man, it's crazy.
No, I was never. I don't know. I think I don't know if I could take on Mark. Hey, I'm 6 foot myself.
Are you?
5'9", 6 foot, but never in the Marines. I do run a lot, but it would be a good battle. Told him last night.
Gunny,
Me and you, pal, 1v1.
you remind me of Major Nelson. When I first heard of Major Nelson, I always thought Major Nelson was like some kind of military person.
Well, see, that
when
was
I heard of him, like way
just
back in the day, right? Like
something.
when did Major Nelson come around? Like 2006, 2005, 2004, 2003, something like that. Like way back in the day, right? And the first time I ever heard of him back in the day, like 360, like beginning days, heard of this dude called Major Nelson. People would talk about him and shit. I was like, who the fuck is this Major Nelson guy? I always thought he was like a military person until like a few years later. I like saw him like on this Xbox Live fucking insider bullshit video on the 360, and I was like, who the fuck? This is Major Nelson? This dude? I don't know. I always pictured him different. I pictured him like the guy who recently died, who always played the Marine drill sergeant.
Oh, yeah. I forgot his name. I was
actor.
telling my mom about him the other day.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot his name. The dude plays in all the movies. He's like a drill sergeant, badass, like a Marine. He was an actual Marine, but
Yeah, he had
went
that show
to
on
be
History Channel
an
for a long
actor.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, where he would just shoot guns and shit, talk about military stuff.
Always about tanks, yeah.
Yeah, like, this battle, this happened. Like that guy, he was pretty cool, but I always picture like Major Nelson being somebody like him, like a military person. But no, dude, I don't even know why he has the name Major Nelson. He just has it. And you're the same, Gunny. You're
See, I
Gunny
wanted to
Chief?
be Master Chief, right? And it was like
Gunny
fine,
Chief sounds like
he's
you've been in
available.
like the military your whole life. That's all you do, and like you've seen some shit. You seen some shit?
But Jesus, it's not his fucking real name. It's
That's
his
how.
gamer
That is
tag.
your real name, Gunny. When you get a fucking gamer tag, that is your real damn name. Okay.
That's who I am.
That's who you identify as. In your fucking future
online.
ID.
It's your online presence.
In the future, your ID, your state ID is going to have your gamer tag on it. And you're going to have fucking Gunny Chief on there. People
Can I
are
go
going
on
to
a
be
rant
like,
for a minute since we're talking about
Okay.
Mark? We man, Mr.
no, we're going to
Mr.
rant. This is going to be a rant time.
Mr. Military himself. No, he was talking about having the avatars, and he didn't see the point on this week's Xbox Live show, and how they're bringing them back, and blah blah blah. But you know what? Let me just tell you something, Mark.
Gunny's
I actually
mad.
like those avatars. I think they were pretty cool back in the day. I had the skateboard.
Yeah, but do you care now? I mean, I have Claptrap as my avatar prop. I'm like, fucking sweet. That's awesome. But I could shit less if they came back or not. You know what I mean?
Wasn't there an
I'll go
option?
in and look at it and be like, okay, that's cool.
Right.
What are they going to do?
No, listen. Okay, so remember there was an option to buy them with points, right? And I think they were like $2 or $3 a piece, and you can buy props and hair colors and all this other crap, or you can earn them in game. I thought it was really cool to earn these things in game.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
sure,
that's
I
the
got the
best
little,
thing, right? Like,
the little
you-
tick or whatever it was called, and I thought it
You
was the coolest thing.
you unlock an achievement or something, and then along with it, you unlock something based to that game. I think that's how I got Claptrap. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
I thought it was cool. I loved it. I loved earning things like that.
Yeah.
And equipping them, and I thought it was pretty neat to watch the animations. I think it just brings character to each person's gamer tag. But really the one I cared about the most was mine, and I enjoyed those. It's not like I'm going to go out and just buy 50 pieces of clothing. Remember those were options? Were they options in the game? You can separate them by game, was it? No, you can go into the Avatar store. They had a separate store where you can go in and apply different shirts and all these different things. And I thought it just brought a lot more character to the gamer tags. So I'm on board with this, Mark. I think they're
Fuck,
great.
I remember when we had game things that would give you game like things for your avatar, like on Red Dead Redemption. Like if you played the game and you
That's what
did
we're
certain
talking
things,
about. Yeah.
you got like a hat. And like if
Yep.
you played Toy Soldiers, you got a gas mask. If you played Halo, you got like a Master Chief helmet or something. You know, like different things.
Good idea. I enjoyed them, and I was kind of sad to see them go. And I'm glad they're coming back, and hopefully they do the same thing, earn them in through achievements. And
The thing that I don't see a point for is
Go ahead.
you're bringing them back, but there's no like. It's not like on the 360 where you would go up to your friends list and your friends were line, like you could see their gamer tag and their avatar standing. You could see who was online, and then like the ones that were like not online were like asleep. That's gone. What's the point of this now?
That's what I'm saying. Where do they put this?
Where
You know?
in games?
On you know what? They could put it on that blank ass screen when you look at someone's profile and it's just one black color or one color behind. They could put the avatar standing there, I guess. But who really even looks at that?
Who looks at profiles? When's the last time you looked at somebody's profile? What
Actually, the other day, but
the fuck are you doing looking at people's profiles?
I think it's about one personal
That's the next question.
Okay, so I say bring it back. It's a good idea.
Gunny, you look at people's profiles?
No.
Okay, why the fuck
Okay,
do
if I
you need
forget
this?
somebody's name, or I think, hey, is that so and so?
This is what happens when I add a friend. I'm playing a game like PUBG, and King Jiggly has two of his friends on there, and I'm like, you guys are funny. You guys made me laugh. Let's play PUBG sometime. Okay, let's play PUBG. I go into the party, I click on their name, add friend. Boom.
yeah,
Add
That's
friend.
all you do,
Boom.
right? You're not there to like inspect their.
I'm not going to sit there and
their profile.
let me
is
read
look
their
through
bio.
achievements and-
let me read their
Yeah,
bio
and all
real
that
quick.
crap, right?
I need to know your location. Like, I don't wanna give a
Location,
fuck.
it had a biography.
To be completely honest, I said that I looked at someone's profile, and the only reason I did was because I was trying to find avatars. I was like, where are avatars?
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
now you're making excuses.
where are they even?
He's
No,
stalking,
that's
stalking people's
honestly what- I
profiles.
was looking at Wingman's profile.
Oh, stalking
for
Wingman's
that exact
profile.
And I think Wingman stalks people's profiles too.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm wrong. I think we need to bring back.
He's always liking my achievements.
I think he just goes through his feed. Like, there's a feed. And he just hits like on everything.
Because it's like, it'll be like one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Like he's looking at my profile and scrolling down it.
Maybe he does.
Maybe you're right, though. Who knows?
All right.
Wingman, only you can answer this question.
These allegations, why are you these accusations of him stalking people's profiles? What the fuck?
Next question. Again, from Brian Tilp Jr. What is your favorite non-video game to play? What is your favorite?
What kind of stupid question is this?
Non-video game?
I've got one. Okay, it's
What the
kind of
fuck's
weird.
a non-video game?
I've got a weird one.
Mix.
Okay.
I've got a weird one.
Okay, you got a weird
the
one?
wife doesn't like video games, for one. She doesn't like them, even the mobile ones, she claims. But when me, her, and the kid, we're out for dinner, lunch. This is something I do every time, and I think it's a fun game that I like to play. And that is, guess how much the bill is?
Ha ha ha. Rim shot. Bring the laugh track in here.
Boom-ting.
Come on, Gunny. Really?
Yeah, it's a game, but I like to play it.
You could have done better, Gunny. You could have done better.
And then I never give the wife the bill till she gets it close.
You know what, Gunny? I got a game for you the next time you're on a road trip. This is something that my grandmother used to do when they used to drive to Florida.
Volkswagen.
She would watch license plates until she saw the number 1. And then once she saw like 001 as the numbers, she would look for 002. And she would see how many numbers she could get before she got to Florida, driving from Canada.
Wait, what? What? This is stupid. What? That makes no sense.
So you gotta wait until you see 001. Once you've seen 001,
when the fuck are you gonna see 001?
Co-op.
In America, there's numbers and letters before the numbers. So you're gonna be like, you're talking about skip the letters. You're just looking at the three numbers.
Yeah, you're just looking for the numbers, and it has to be 001, and then 002, and then 003, and then 004, and see how far you can get.
This seems like a very bad distraction because it seems like you get in a car accident trying to look for fucking license plates.
Yeah, but it's
she wasn't driving. She was the
passenger. I said I'm gonna be like looking at license plates while I'm driving down the road.
But it was a game that she played that she made. It's an old person thing, Gunny. That's why I thought you would like it.
Oh, you're saying Gunny's old? What's going on here?
Why do we call him Old Man Gunny?
We'd play, where's the Volkswagen? And then you had to name the next Volkswagen. That was back in the 1980s there.
1980s?
In the 1980s, eh?
As a kid, when I used to wait on the bus stop because I was poor, we ride the bus everywhere. We were waiting at the bus stop, and me and my brother and cousins, or whoever the fuck we were with, we would always play this stupid fucking game where we would have to, guess how many cars were of a certain color or a certain type would drive by, and then we would count them or some shit, and whoever got closest was right. We'd be like, there'd be red fucking Toyota, blah, 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 Camrys driving by, red. How many? Or like, and then the person would say like, nah, dude, I don't think that's going to drive by. Like a fucking blue pickup Ford or whatever is going to drive by so many times. And we would just guess. Stupid shit. We were kids though. We don't know. That was fucking stupid. Thinking about it now, it's like, how dumb were we? This is
something. It's just something to pass time.
Back then, we didn't have cell phones and tablets to be waiting at the bus stop with. You know,
exactly.
We'd just sit there and fucking look. But yeah, that's it. Yeah. Next question.
All right,
next question. John Jerome JJ. Do you guys think if the next gen console goes digital only, there wouldn't be a used game market to keep the prices of games down?
Well, no, because everything's digital. The thing is, John, I do not see the next console generation going digital only. It's just the infrastructure of the internet and the data caps that companies have imposed on people. It's going to totally prevent that from ever happening. As long as there's data caps and as long as there's limits on how fast you can get certain stuff. Because, dude, I've played with people online that are like in Call of Duty matches or Overwatch matches. And these people are playing, and I hear them talking on like the game chat, and they're like saying things like, Oh, dude, I'm playing on like my cell phone connection because my internet is so slow.
Yeah.
That my cell phone is faster, so I use a hotspot on my phone to play online instead of playing like through my house internet. That's crazy. I'm like, where the fuck do you live, dude? You know, but like I'm over here with like fast ass internet, but I'm like, most people don't have that luxury. People don't.
Right.
Some people don't. They just live in the middle of nowhere. Like their only company they have is like some little tiny internet company it's the only company that offers coverage in their area, so they can't go to like a big company like Comcast or anything, and they have to deal with that speed because that's their like maximum speed is 20 megabytes or whatever the hell, or 10 megabytes.
Yeah, I think we're still way far off. Like you said,
are.
there's so many people outside city limits that are just they wouldn't buy a console like that.
They
That's
wouldn't.
just
Yeah.
I feel
You
like
know,
it's just
internet only.
growing towards that, but I mean,
Microsoft PlayStation would lose so much
it
money.
depends on what happens with the infrastructure in the next 5 years. You know what I mean?
Unless
If- if-
somehow the infrastructure, like everything went crazy, super speed.
I don't
Just don't
but
see
I
that
don't think it's
happening.
going to be something that will. Maybe I don't know. I don't think it. Maybe at some point it will be, right? Because look at the PC, right? That's all digital, right? You probably can't buy a PC game now, can you? I don't know. Maybe if you go look at GameStop.com, I think I've seen a few of them. Where you can buy a disc.
You can buy a box copy of a PC game. Now the question is, does it actually come with a disc, or does it have a code in it? Right?
Yeah.
Does it have a Steam code?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So-
ran into a problem the other day mentioning this. Is when we went for the ultrasound, I got the pictures on a disc, and I was like, "Oh shit!
Right.
I don't even have a disk drive to
Oh,
fucking take these files off this disc." You know what I mean?
man.
Like, I was like, "What the fuck?" I had to go to my friend's house to use their son's laptop
Oh,
so that I
shit.
could take the files off the disc because I don't have a fucking disk drive.
What
in
is
any of
this
my
company
shit.
doing giving you disc drives? You should have told them to give you a fucking USB stick.
Oh, it was the
Did you email
hospital,
it to
man.
me?
What the fuck? You tell the
It was the
hospital to get with the times. It's 2018, man.
I was surprised. They just fucking threw a disc in and burnt it onto a disc and handed it to me, and I was like,
You should have been like, this is 2018. I prefer a USB drive.
Yeah, can you just Bluetooth my phone?
I probably could. Like, I didn't even think about it, right? Like, I
Yeah.
probably could have brought a USB stick in and been like, "Yeah, can you stick them on this instead?" But
Nah. Yeah,
it's
I think
weird. You know,
but
I didn't even
these are-
think about it, and then I'm like, "Oh, well, maybe I can just throw the disc
Yeah,
in
just
my
thinking about
Xbox."
it now, my computer right now doesn't have a disc drive. Like,
Yeah,
you just
I was like,
fuck it
maybe
up.
I'll just throw it in the Xbox, and then I can upload the files to SkyDrive or to OneDrive,
Yeah,
and then I would have them that way. But the fucking, because it's a burnt disc, the Xbox wouldn't read it. It was it's like
man.
no, and I'm like, what the fuck? This sucks. So then I ended up going to a friend's place because their son had a disk drive in their laptop.
yeah, but
Fuck.
I took the disk drive out of my laptop to put an SSD drive in it. That's why I don't have a disk drive in my laptop. And my PC, I have a disk drive, but Windows 10 will not recognize it for whatever reason, and I can't figure out why.
Outdated, man. You need to get a new one.
Got drive.
I have one here in the
brand
drawer. I have
new.
a
I
disk
bought
drive
it
reader.
with this computer. Yeah, when I pieced this together, I bought that drive.
Sounds to me like you broke your computer while putting it together.
No, the drive still works. It lights up. It opens. It
That's
fucking
weird. So weird.
Windows does not recognize it for some reason.
Yeah, we basically have our two consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, because Nintendo is using carts, right? And I guess there's an option to probably buy every game digitally as well. But like you said, there's a storage problem. Let's just talk about the two. I think Xbox will be the first one, whether it's 2 years or 5 years down the road, to go digital without a disk drive. And then I think Sony would probably follow, right? Because one has to do it first, right?
I just don't see it,
I
man.
can't see Sony doing
I
it
can't
first.
I can't see Xbox taking that risk and then Sony turning around and making a console that's as powerful, if not more powerful, but still saying, look, ours is more powerful or it's just as powerful, and we still have a disk drive. And
I think right now on cost, how much does it cost to have that in there? $30, right?
Anything, yeah. Like, it's super cheap for them to have it in there, so it makes no sense for them to cut it out right now.
Well, the only reason they would cut it out is to make more space, right? Like to make it even smaller.
Yeah, or to force you to just buy games from their digital store.
Right.
And so also, what if we come to that point in the future, right, where I just think it's going to be, hey, that's just what the price is, and yes, you have a choice to go to Best Buy and GameStop and Walmart and Target to buy a digital code, right? And again,
But
those are
like why I just don't see. I would see a total backlash if Microsoft wanted everybody to, like their excuse was, we want you to buy games from us. We don't want you to go to the store. Like people are going to be like, fuck you, man. Like, what if I want to go to the store and buy a disc? It's cheaper for me to do that. Why wouldn't I do that?
It's not cheaper though.
For people that have a Best Buy Gamers Club, they're always getting 20% off, and they always like a $10 gift card when they're buying disc games.
Wow. That's for you guys, not me.
But then I think you'd see something's going to change, right? Eventually, but
I don't see it anytime soon, man. If there's any changes to a full digital market, it's going to be in 10 years or so. It won't be in the next gen system.
I think we got another gen of drives being in the system for sure.
Yeah.
But I do see it, the generation after that, not being around. Because it'll be so common. The music is that way. Your movies are that way. Your fucking, now it's games.
Right now, my drives, I mean, the only game that I have on my Xbox One is I have Dishonored 2 in there. And I put that in there like 5 months ago. When I first bought the console, I wanted to check it out. I put it in there. It's been sitting in there I don't even know if it works. Like, that thing could be fucking broken. The drive could be broken, and I will not have a clue that it's broken. In the PS4, I do use some more physical games. Like in that one, I have Horizon as a physical disc. I have Uncharted as a physical disc. And I have like another game. I forget what other fucking game I have. But I have another game on disc. But it's so much easier for me to play like God of War, because it's just like, it's the icon is there. You like press X.
Yeah, but you know what? That's with PlayStation. I've gone all physical. I haven't really bought any. I think the only digital game I have is fucking Ratchet and Clank, because it was on sale or sub digitally, and I ended up buying it there instead of disc. Yeah. But it's for the PlayStation. It's a lot of single player experiences. Once I'm done with it, I want to trade it back in. I'm not going to play it anymore. So like my PlayStation library gets recycled. So that's kind of why I always go physical with PlayStation. But with Xbox, it's different. I game share with Gunny, so it makes more sense for me to go fully digital, Yeah. Whereas I used to have a lot of physical discs, but that was more so because I would get them early and stuff. Like, I could do that, but I can only do that getting physical disc. I couldn't get a digital coder.
So you're saying Gunny is holding you back from getting early games?
He is, yeah.
Damn it.
It's all your fault.
Damn it, Gunny. God damn it. Your fault. One more question we have here from our Discord, actually. Dumpson on Discord, he says, I heard about Call of Duty or Battlefield doing a battle royale. Do you think it will succeed in bringing down PUBG/Fortnite?
No, why does it have to bring anything down?
I just don't see it. No, I honestly don't think Call of Duty or Battlefield would benefit much, if at all, from a battle royale mode. And I honestly don't it would be successful. I do not think it would be. I think
I see it being the next like zombies mode kind of thing for Call of Duty, but I don't see it just being a standalone thing. It's always going to have to be a mode within Call of Duty. Especially if they're doing this no campaign bullshit. They got to add something, man. Or people are going to be fucking pissed if they still have to pay full price for half a game.
I mean, I just don't know. I think in a certain genre, you only have so many types of games you can make before the shit starts dying off. And I think for the Battle Royale, we've hit that point. There's so many games out there. It's getting so saturated with games that you see people like wanting to stay with the game that they like. Like, you've seen games like Radical Heights just released. Are people talking about that?
No.
Yeah, nobody's talking about it.
It's that super early, though.
Darwin Project, it's been out on Xbox, it's been out on PC. Are people talking about it? No.
No.
There's other games that have released in the space that you just are not capturing the market. I mean, H1Z1, are people talking about that? Not really. No, I mean, maybe bringing it to the PS4, it's going to bring that community of PS4 players onto that game, but maybe that's going to be it. I mean, if they try to launch on Xbox, are people going to be playing it over PUBG? Maybe, because it's free, but that's probably the only reason. Right. But like Call of Duty is not going to be free. And people are not going to be buying Call of Duty to Battle Royale. People are buying Call of Duty to play Call of Duty. Just like people, just like I'm going to buy Battlefield 5 to play Battlefield, not to play fucking Battlefield Battle Royale fucking bullshit. Maybe
Battle Royale Field.
Battle Royale Field. There you go.
I can see the Call of Duty Battle Royale being successful on Twitch as far as people that play that are that good. I don't know, but I don't think it'd be any better than PUBG or Fortnite.
It won't, because think about how Call of Duty plays compared to think about like how Fortnite and how PUBG play. PUBG is a very slow game. It's a very tactical game. It's a game where like you're listening for gunshots from like a mile away, and you're like, okay, that came from that direction, 245 west, and you're talking to your squad about shit. You're being tactical. Call of Duty, it's run and gun, fucking 360 no scope, slide in through the window, dive through the window, dolphin dive, grenade, stab you in the face, throw a fucking knife across the map as soon as the match starts, and I kill somebody. Like, it's just bullshit craziness, right? I just don't see how that can be very successful for a Battle Royale mode. It's going to probably run really good. It'll probably be 60 frames a second like they always hit. I don't know how well they could do it. Their engine doesn't seem like it could hold a lot of players either. They've never done more than...
I don't think it'll be 100.
32 players is the max they've ever done. Because, I mean, even in the war mode that they have on the World War II Call of Duty, that's their big mode, their big war mode. It's only 24 players. It's only 12 per team. And their ground war, that's usually their big match mode, that always had like 18 players in a match. So that's 9 per team. And their matches have never been huge. I just don't think it's going to be able to do it. Battlefield, they could do it, I think. They already have 64 players on the map. They already have the destruction.
Take away the big maps.
Yeah, take away the destruction, to like take away the taxing on the engine. If you take out like the airplanes and you take out all that shit.
No, don't take away the destruction.
Well, no. Leave the destruction, but I mean take out the planes, take out the tanks.
Can you imagine
take out the Jeep?
Fucking you go set up a bunch of C4
dude, and then like a dude comes in with the tank.
Hiding in.
No, dude, I could see like something cool. Like if they kept tanks in there, like if you're like hiding in a house and like this dude's like, this motherfucker's in that house sniping people.
The fucking wall, like
he just like pulls up over the hill with the tank and he shoots a fucking missile at your fucking bunker. You're like, oh shit, that'd be cool. But I just don't think. I think for them to have a 100-player count, they would have to cut out like all those crazy like jets and tanks, and maybe keep the Jeeps in there, but that's it, like a Jeep for transportation. But I could see Battlefield pulling it off. It's just me as a Battlefield player, I don't want to, like, maybe I'll play that once in a while, but I wouldn't see myself playing it all the time. I don't see it being like a PUBG
That's what I
killer.
mean, though. Like, it'll always be a secondary mode in these games. It can't just be like its own thing,
Like PUBG, that's the thing. That's PUBG. PUBG is that, PUBG doesn't have anything else. I just don't see it coming down to it killing anything like PUBG or Fortnite. It just won't. But I'm interested in seeing what Call of Duty does to fix backlash they're getting from no campaign in their game. Maybe it'll be this bullshit. Battle Royale!
That's what I'm saying. You got to add more modes. There's got to be more, because if you're going to take away the campaign, people are not going to want to pay $60 and they're going to get fucking pissed off.
And the reason people forget that Fortnite is really successful is it's free, dude.
Yeah.
You think about it, if Fortnite wasn't free, how many less players it would have?
It's free across all platforms.
Yeah, everything.
From mobile to PC
Imagine if instead of being free, they would have said, no, fuck that. Give us $30 like PUBG for this. $30. I'll bet you it would have a lot less players.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But that's it, guys.
Guys, we did have 2 more questions. I don't know if you brought up this one last week. The first one from Bulletstone, he just said he bought a Steelcase Arctic Pro headset. Ooh. They sound amazing and swear by them. My question is, what headset do you use and recommend?
I don't use headsets.
I use Turtle Beach. It's usually what I use. It's what I have. It's what I have here. It's what I use.
I use a Pioneer 5.1 surround sound system. I don't use headphones.
You strap the speakers to your head.
Yeah, I just fucking...
He's got a steel thing.
I use the
straps
fucking,
over the speakers to his
the
ears.
Center channel as a visor.
Oh shit!
Like a whole helmet. That I just put on.
Full surround sound.
Don't get tinnitus, dude.
Yeah, you gotta get tinnitus and almost try to kill yourself there. Calm down.
I use the Turtle Beach Pro.
Ooh.
Elite Pros.
Gunny has really fancy headset, guys. I'll confirm that.
Well, when I had money when I bought the PC, that's when I said,
can't
yeah,
confirm.
give me the best ones. And I think Eric bought the same ones. Epic Irk.
And they're orange. He looks like an esports gamer when he wears that.
Yeah.
You know what, Gunny? That's the headset that I've always looked at. Like, if I was going to buy a headset, that's the one. But it's every time I look at it, I'm like, I can't spend fucking $350. I can't do it.
Wearing
I
them
look
now.
like a fucking helicopter pilot.
Yeah. Roger, ready for takeoff.
After that, Kilo, Victor, Mike.
You're clear for takeoff,
copy.
Gunny. Clear for takeoff. Looks like a fucking helicopter pilot.
I'm wearing them now. Yeah. They are big and cumbersome, but I like them. They're very comfortable.
They are comfortable.
Sound amazing. The only thing, like Eric said, is with the microphone. Mm-hmm. And it's just always going down. See if I put it up, it just slides down.
That's a bad design right there.
You could take this, it's like a wire thing, so you can go like this and point them up so that the mic's more into your mouth, near your mouth. So, but eventually they just slide down. It's a poor design also because it does affect how I hear you guys. So it's not connecting.
What ones are those?
These are the XO4s. They're not that expensive, like $100 maybe a little bit more. They're pretty good.
Those ones.
I mean,
those
I
are
like
good.
them.
I've got a couple
really
pairs
well,
of those.
actually. I'm surprised. And I have the Dolby Atmos app on my Xbox, and if you don't have that, don't worry. Just use the Windows Sonic for your headphones when you're wearing them, and it'll make them sound 100% better. They're stereo like those are. And then I have these ones. These I've had for years, though. These I've had since like 2011. So the XP400s.
Hey guys, I don't know if I mentioned or not, but the Dolby Atmos app. Do you know how when you can purchase that on the Xbox?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so that is cross-platform with the PC.
Is it?
Yes, it is, because I was able to download on Windows 10 Store. I was like, oh shit, it's cross-platform. I mean, not cross-platform, but
I
play
wonder if
anywhere.
that's Game Share.
No, I don't think it is.
Apps don't work on
No,
Game
because
Share?
I've tried that on Windows 10 where I'm like, hey, let me download
Oh no, Game
Escape.
Share doesn't work on like if I own something. Yeah, like
it doesn't work.
for instance. Well, no, maybe it does.
I wonder, can I log in as you on Windows? I don't know. I kind of thought,
No. Game Share doesn't work through Windows 10. But it's weird, like, because when I wanted to play Sea of Thieves on Windows 10, but that's on Game Pass, that
Did it
wouldn't work.
What?
Right? It only works on my one Xbox that I'm attached with Gunny for. Right? It's because Gunny's home is my Xbox. My PC is not Gunny's home.
correct.
Right? So
It's tied to his
That's
gamer
how
tag
we're-
on PC.
or if I come back here and use this Xbox, I can't play games that I'm game sharing with Gunny with.
Because of the
I can only
consoles.
play my game,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So, but Sea of Thieves was I had to buy Game Pass in order to play it on my PC.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, but I got it for like 1 month and then I canceled it because
There you
it was just so that I could play Sea of Thieves back here a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
Because Kathy was watching Netflix or something and she didn't want to.
See,
watch
what you
on the
do
tablet.
is you send her back to your room to watch Netflix on the PC.
Oh, because she doesn't. It's not as comfortable back here.
You tell her to go back there.
She wants to sit out there. She'll usually watch on the tablet and put a pair of headphones on and watch on the tablet, but it's a small screen, right? So.
All right, we have a question from Shirt Pockets. It's the last one.
Shirt pockets.
He says, how much does the case of a game influence you to buy it? Have you ever bought a game just because the cover looked cool? Talking about physical discs here, guys.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
just like, fuck, that's a cool looking
That's
cover.
a fucking awesome looking.
Bulletstorm's got a cool cover case.
That's the reason I bought Bulletstorm. I walked into the game store. There's a local game shop here in my town. It's like a little game shop. It's not like GameStop. It's like a little store he owns. He owns like a chain of them or whatever. I walked in there, and I'm looking at PS3 games or Xbox 360 games, something. It was back in the day, like a few years ago, and looking at the wall. And I'm like, these game cases look cool. Which looks the coolest? And I saw Bulletstorm, the dude with this boot kicking out something with this little fucking whip. I'm like, this looks like a cool game. And then I grabbed it. I went up to the guy on the counter like, yo, is this game cool? Yeah, that game's cool. Sell me this game. And he split to me, and I loved every bit of that game. I loved it.
Yeah. It was a great game.
Loved it.
Dick tits.
Yeah, all the stupid combo names that they have in there.
Guys, there got to be some venison jerky that I got from Lake Tahoe when I was coming back from vacation.
Okay.
Nice.
Venison. Damn good jerky.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck, Gunny.
But yeah, with that being said,
being random.
We're gonna leave. Go home, I guess.
Get us out of here, Jesus.
You can find me on Xbox Live, gamertag Jesus Walks a lot. I'll be on there trying to play some PUBG now that I talked about it, probably. I'll be on PlayStation Network, GSUS Walks a lot. I'll be playing God of War like everybody on there. God of War is good, guys. Go play God of War. I'm just telling you. That's all you need to do. All you need in your life right now is God of War. Quit your job.
Go get a tension headache.
Quit your job. Quit everything. Go play God of War.
And get some venison jerky.
Okay. And do that. Play God of War first. And then, that's it. That's all.
Big fire.
That's all you can find me on.
And then what? And then
it.
Nothing.
That's it. Oh,
Where can they find you, Gunny?
That's it.
Find me on Xbox Live, Steam, under Gunny Chief, guys.
Yeah. Find them.
You can find me on Xbox Live, Steam, and PSN under Gib8777. No sevens. No other sevens.
All the
Just the sevens
Just
that I
keep
said,
typing
not the other
sevens.
sevens.
Just keep typing all the sevens you can. You'll find them. Guys,
Type sevens until you reach the limit of fucking characters.
there you go. And you'll find them. I bet you will. I wonder if there's anybody that has a gamer tag with one more 7 than yours, and he's always getting friend requests. He's like, God, what the fuck are these people sending messages being mad at me for things I said? I never said anything. Like, fuck you, Ryan. I hate you. I can't believe you said this. And he's
His
getting
name is
all the
Ryan,
hate-
too.
And go to Xbox suggestions and go sign a petition for the Xbox avatars.
Why? They're already
Do
coming.
it.
They're already
I
coming.
want avatars.
They're already there.
Avatar
They're gonna
loot.
come.
Already
Clothing.
there, Gunny. Just fucking
Gunny
click on
is
the
a fucking
Xbox
avatar.
Avatars app.
Gunny, you know what?
Do what you
You
want with them.
talk very highly about your avatar. I'm gonna go look at him
Back.
right after the show. I'm gonna
My
go look
Gears
at
of
your
War.
avatar.
I want my tick. I want my skateboard. And
there.
my Master Chief hat.
It's all there still.
there.
They haven't taken it away.
It's all there, Gunny.
Gunny's
You
mad.
just haven't looked at it because you don't give a fuck about them. Right.
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast, show 202.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Controllers and go to bed.
Bye,
Bye.
boy. Bye, boy.
Boy.
How was your week, guys? Mine was good. I've been on vacation.
Tired.
Been on vacation. I get 10 days vacation because I only work 4 days a week. It's been fun. It's weird. I feel like my legs and arms because I'm so used to lifting, running, jumping all for 4 days. And then Saturday, it's like I just feel like jello.
Where'd you go? Oh, you went to Death Valley. Huh? How long were you there?
I was only there 3 days. Because, we had to take a kid out of school. Shh, don't tell anybody. For 2 days. It was fucking cool, man. We went to Death Valley, and it's just vast lands of nothingness. And yeah, it's beautiful, though. It's fucking gorgeous. But the Alabama Hills was pretty cool. The because we went four-wheeling, just venturing out, and I couldn't figure out how to get the Rubicon in four-wheel drive. I had no idea. I've never done it before. But yeah, I was like, oh, it's this little lever here next to the gear shifter. But the wife and kid were kind of freaking out, like, oh shit, we're stuck. I was like, pull the manual out of the glove box. Where's the four-wheel drive?
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the fucking Rubicon. It's the one with the sway bar lock and the differential, or the thingy that keeps the wheel, you know what I mean? The whole, under package, and I'm over here just like spinning tires, just going in circles like an idiot,
Good job, guy.
I know. I was like, oh shit. I said, we're not in four-wheel drive. I only feel like one wheel spinning, and we're going in circles. We're like middle of nowhere, like really just up in the Alabama hills.
Yeah.
Nobody around.
Have fun getting a tow truck, right?
It would have taken me probably an hour and a half to walk to a camper to get to see if they had it was one of those. But it was cool, man. It was like definitely like Tremorsville from that first movie. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's start the show. What the fuck are we doing? This sounds like the podcast. Let's start the show, guys.
All right. Okay. I was just getting hyped. Okay. All right.